7. So I did actually the thing, yeah, the relationship, and also I see, yeah, wait, oh, in stream, okay.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
so
So
I
that means,
wait a little bit till they come back, or
oh,
maybe, but
listen to this. My son calls me and says,
ah,
um, oh, well, I don't have practice, football practice all week because
okay.
someone got shot at the football field. Not while
Oh
he
my
was there.
God, no.
Somebody got shot at the football field that they practice at, so it's closed for an investigation. And I'm like, and
My
I didn't say
God, it's
anything. And
close
he's like,
by home.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, Mom, Mom, I don't really know what to say right now because, like, you can't be scared of life and lock your kids in the house,
No,
but
no, you cannot say that.
you know,
No. Yeah, yeah. Okay, there we
I'm
go
worried
again. Yeah,
about. Okay.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, we wait a little bit more because yeah, then we start
Yeah,
again
I know
with
Jonathan
how
likes it.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, Mark is there, then the other John is I think gone, and then Paul Bradley didn't like it at all. So
Oh,
okay, yeah, he did.
yeah,
Yippee,
I'm
yippee
just
yay.
gonna be nice.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say nothing mean.
okay.
Okay.
Let's do.
Yeah, some of us
Um,
just need to overthrow the system, and some of us just
yeah,
need to
okay.
vibrate away.
And yeah, okay. Yeah, we were with relationships. Actually, the most, yeah, kind of important. Also, I was telling actually about relationships. You just go on. That also people with Chiron in 7, they have very high ideals about relationships. So they might want the impossible. So they reach for, or they, for people who are, yeah, for relations which are very difficult in reality, or they fall in love with people who are not reachable, and therefore it stays a dream. So they have to learn to plague of the house of all those who blame Girard. So they have to learn actually to bring reality in the relationship, like not to expect too much. So to live day by day in the relationship, and actually more trying to accept themselves, because actually Chiron 7 is also sometimes like you expect too much from the other because you're insecure about yourself. So but in you have to turn it around and you say, okay, I'm myself, I know what I can, or I know what I have to contribute, and you have to accept that part, so that if you accept yourself in the relationship, the other man might accept you more easy. So you should not try to please, over pleasing the other partner might be a mistake from Chiron in 7, whereby the partner feels awkward. So it's like, okay, I'm me, you're you, and okay, we see we get along. And it's also like it's Chiron Raleigh in house 7. So it's like
Yeah,
we
we're
have to
talking about
learn.
Chiron.
Yes, and then you learn how to relate, and in that case, if you bring your standards lower, you can have the best relationship. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi,
So that's
Jonathan.
what
Yeah,
I
that's
have
why I wait.
from, yeah, in 7, just like yeah. So, but anyhow, they can become very compassionate, loving, and caring partners as a quality. Then actually, they're very good in dealing with the partner, but they have, because they have been hurt, they forgot that quality actually. But actually, they're very good in relation to someone else. So, what do you have from Cairo in 7 in Libra?
Chiron and Libra.
Yes,
Um, well, interpersonal conflicts, the wound,
yes,
like inner conflicts, I guess, within themselves, can lead to anxiety and an imbalanced relationship.
yes,
But they're very good. Their healing quality is that they're very good at seeing both sides to a story, both sides to a relationship, and
mhm,
I guess, like, because they're the judges, right? So I guess seeing the situation and
yes,
bringing balance to the situation. They're good at relationship advice,
yeah.
at
They're good consults. Yeah,
taking their own advice, which is pretty much all of us, really.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we are. I mean, yeah, we all learn that Chiron actually now is an Aries, is the opposite of Libra. So we have to relate those both. Because if you're not being yourself, you can never relate very well with someone else because you are not you. So how are you going to relate with someone else if you cannot be in a good relationship with yourself? But from the moment you have learned that, then you practice that, and you can learn again to relate with someone else, and then it's like a win-win situation. I'm me, and you're you, and together we're fine. And you add to a relationship instead of um, like claiming at some relationship. You add both. You have just something to add to the relationship, and then also when you be yourself, you can better anticipate um, on the partner because you don't expect so much anymore. You just, yeah, you are yourself. You have your qualities, and you don't project yourself. Yeah, you're authentic. How more you're authentic, how more easy it is to relate to someone else. So
Um,
I mean, yes,
I just wanted to say, because I think we mentioned it before, but so Chiron and Aries is about healing yourself, your identity, right? And
yes,
being who you are, and have, and living out your purpose, right? You're here for a
yes.
reason. And then Mars is in Aries right now,
Oh,
which is
okay.
individualism,
Yes,
individualism, and
yes.
taking charge of your life and taking action to achieve what you want in life and become who
Hmm.
you are. And there's no coincidence that when you have Neptune spilling delusions, confusing
Yes.
everybody, and this
Mhm.
restrictive restructuring of society, that these two
Yeah,
planets, whatever you would call them, are in Aries, pushing us to be like, no, this is who we are,
yeah,
and we
yes.
don't stand for this. Yeah.
No, yeah,
There's
we
no
don't.
coincidence. Everything
Yeah,
happening right now is not a
that's true.
coincidence, people.
Yeah, yeah, that's most lost nowadays, authenticity. It's like, okay, everything is like, yeah, like actually, movie, like the movie of like the Hollywood industry. It's all fake. It's all, you have to be something for the public, but you're like most of them. That's why those movie stars, how famous they are, or how much money they get lost in drugs because they lost themselves totally.
Right.
So, and but now we need to have space for ourselves, and therefore, if you give space to someone else, if you give yourself space to become yourself, you have more. It's more easy to let the other be themselves too. How less you how less you have difficulties to become yourself, how more you depend from your partner too, because you're dependent. If you don't know who you are, you're dependent on the other because he needs to fill you in. So, I mean, if I'm clear,
Yeah.
so the war of the gods, yeah, and
Yeah.
then
It is. It's literally like, because
yeah,
all the planets are named after the gods. It's literally like a battle of the gods right now.
yes, yes. Hmm. So it's like the god of war. Mars is coming in October. It's no, Mars is actually it's
In Aries
opposite.
now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in Aries. It's opposite Libra. So it's and then you might feel it more, but it's good. So that's about relationships. So be yourself and let the others be who you are, and live and let live. I would say live
Yeah.
and let live. It's win-win situation, not me or you, but it's together. If you can yourself let yourself free to be you, then you can let the other be free to be him. So yes, Aries is in the head also. Yeah, it's like don't overthink too much because it can also yeah, block authenticity. Like Aries is head, thinking too much how something should be, but that's different. Some areas, not all areas are thinkers, but Aries is ruled. Yeah, the or Aries is head. Leo is heart. Cancer is breast. So that can be it can be a vulnerable point, vulnerable point, the head. But
Yeah.
anyhow, yeah, it could be also headache, Chiron in Aries, that you are constant have headache. Could be something like that too. Anyhow,
Oh
so
man,
but
I had a thought and then I lost it and then I
oh,
had it and I
sorry.
think I lost it again. Hold on, wait,
Okay,
let me think. See, I can't think. I
it's
can't,
good.
yeah, I just go. I don't know. But oh, when you were talking about the actors and stuff like that and be authentic and be you. Like I think too, we put some well, it's kind of drilled into our heads, right? That like we have to be something important and we have
Mhm.
to be this and be that to matter. But I think you, in my opinion, you don't have to be something big
No.
or spectacular to matter. Like just being a good mother and raising
Mhm.
children to be themselves matters. Like,
Yeah.
or just uh, being a teacher. Like
Yes.
everybody matters. And like I say it all the time because it's so important. And we say a lot of things, we don't really take them in and believe it and apply it, but we really are each unique, and I mean, we're the
Mhm.
same, but
Yes.
we're unique, and we're really here for
Yeah.
a purpose, each and every one of us. We don't know what it is, and it could be the
Yes.
smallest, tiniest thing. So
Yeah.
we really have to
Mhm.
strive for that individuality.
Mhm. Yeah. If you can, if you allow yourself to be your uniqueness can express itself, then it's much more easy for the others to become themselves too. I mean, it's always if you do it, I dare to do it. So it's yeah, like a child says, I can jump from that mountain. Oh, if you dare it, I can do it too. It's same with everything on mental level. It's like you give yourself the permission, and others follow. So if you be an example, it is um, becoming our uniqueness. And I think also as mother, if you're unique, the children, they automatically know, okay, I can be myself.
Mm.
Made every possible, and all, yes, and all signs relatively ignorant. Uh, yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's quantum is quantum. Yeah, if we, it's yeah. Uh, if I understood that, it might make sense. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh my God, don't start. You said, you said if I understood it, it makes sense.
I don't,
I
I
love
don't
Christine.
understand.
Oh God.
I'm reading and I think, okay, see, I'm not good in commenting.
Honesty and being yourself. Yeah, if I understood
Oh.
it, it makes sense. Oh, I'm saying that all the time now to people.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
okay, yeah. Now, I mean, okay, no, it's good.
That was so good. You say great things. I love it.
It makes sense. What else do we have to say about relations? What is most important thing, actually? I think also when you feel that, when you're in an environment, when you can be yourself, you open up automatically. I think
Yeah,
it's like, um, yeah, might.
it
It's
might.
no.
It might be corn.
Someone got my joke.
That was so
Oh,
funny.
okay. Um, okay, now okay.
Okay. Wait, we were talking about Libra, right? I think we
Yes.
did Libra. I think we're done. I
Yeah, we're
think.
done with Libra.
Okay.
Then it's Scorpio. Okay, okay, that's a dangerous topic too.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, house eight. Wait, I have let's see, I have to bit my houses. Where are they? Okay, yeah. That's house eight. Of course, is about death, about birth, about sexuality, and death experience, for example. Um, those people might have problems with their sexuality in Chiron in 8. And
Yeah, the one thing I read also said they could be victims of sexual abuse even as a child.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And yet it could be, and then they become sometimes child abusers too. But sometimes, if they overcome it, they know how to heal from it. Because I had an example from a book I read that was a child abuser, and he healed from it. He healed from it and knew how to, yeah, get rid of that kind of feeling for children. And so he helped other people with it. And also, it can also sometimes in house 8, it can mean that you cannot have children because house 8 is also responsible to give birth. So, and yeah, and to give birth. And so you need to learn to accept, yeah, just for not being able to have a child. Could be, or use then that quality of creativity instead of they put their creativity then in something else, or they can also adopt children. Then could be also something Chiron in 8. But also sometimes literally they can go through a death experience, like and they go to the other side of the yeah, to heavens for a while, and they come back, and then they totally transform. There could be also something like, there is a book I read, Dying to Live, and she was sick, and then very sick, and actually at one moment she was actually, she went to a death experience, like um, and then in that experience she learned to the spirits of the guide said, you have to become yourself, you are totally not living your life. And she had contact with her guides, with her angels, what you can call. And then she came back and she cured, and then she totally transformed her life in a life that she wanted to do. And now she wrote the book of it. It's Dying to Live, it's called. It's a very beautiful book. If you want people, I forgot the name of the writer, but it's called Dying to Live. Very, very good book. So that's actually, through that book, she had like a very super organized life. Like everything was in order according society norms, but it was not her. And then she became
Right.
very sick and she died. She went to a death experience and then she totally changed. So that is also like Chiron in 8. So you literally almost die and then you come back totally transformed. So yeah, that
um
is what I have. Yeah.
okay, so for Scorpio, it's so you understand loss and attachment, and
Yes.
you're very aware of the power of trying to say this right. So you're very aware of psychology, people's motives,
Yes.
what drives a person. So you're able to like help people with intense emotions and things like that. But
Yes.
your wound is usually that you're so afraid of the
Of life. Yeah.
of loss to attach to somebody
Hmm.
that you'll let that I guess stop you from being yourself
Yeah. It's like
or being
compulsive.
with
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be compulsive behavior. It's also house 8. Compulsive behavior, not possessive, extremely possessiveness. Yeah. Yeah. Extreme, and that's, and fear. Also, yeah, extreme fear, possessiveness, compulsive behavior in a heavy form. Yeah. And then you have to let go. Like, you have to dare to die. Actually, maybe those people could be also have a very big fear for life, actually, because they're afraid to lose, like you said, attached.
Yeah.
So they have to die to learn to live in some way. So they might go to like big losses, because house 8 is also the house of dead, so they might lose people, their loved ones, because they have to learn to live, yeah, to dare to live and not
Right.
be attached their own life, not being claiming someone else's life or being totally dependent on someone
Someone
else.
else.
Yes. Yeah,
And
because
kind of like all of us really need to die to learn to live
yeah.
because we've all been raised. I mean, even people who've been raised free in this society, this system that we have, we're all indoctrinated to a certain extent. I mean, some of us may
Mhm.
have broken completely free of it, but at
Yeah.
you know what I mean, at some point we were indoctrinated into it, some
Mhm.
more than others, but so we all kind of have to experience death. I
Yeah.
mean, I know we call it an ego death, but it's almost like you got to kind of mourn what you believed and then
Yeah.
start over, find it's like reborn, trying to find your own way.
Hmm. Yeah. And house eight is also like Jackie Macmillan. She said, "I'm a healer like you. The darkness, and it's like in therapy. It's therapy and psychoanalyse, analyticus in psychology. They're good. The quality of Chiron in eight, but yeah, then you meet your own demons. That is house eight also, because the dark side of Scorpio, that could be the trouble. Um, yeah, like that. That's very beautiful. Standing naked in the wind and melting into the sun, dying. It's actually giving, surrendering, the surrender to life. That's actually we need to learn to live. Actually, it's we live in a society where we don't learn to live. We
Hmm.
just learn to copy.
Yeah.
Because so become like a child. A child is wandering every day. It doesn't care about if they if it trusts actually life, because um, he's not worried about his food. He's not worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. He's not worried about what happened yesterday. He's just playing in the moment. And
Right.
actually, that's why Jesus said you have to become like children, because then you can enter the kingdom of God. And that is actually living in the present.
Yeah, and like they have no fear, which I mean to a certain extent is kind of a
Yeah.
bad thing because you should know, but they, you know, they don't care. They'll just go touch it. They'll just put it in their mouth. They'll just climb because
Yeah.
they're just like you said, just living in the moment. It's
Yeah.
just they're just
Yeah,
there.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just there, and they trust themselves, because they have no idea what can happen, and they don't worry about it. Okay, but then the good qualities of people without fear could be also Chiron in eight, like they have the stunt people, like in Hollywood, they jump out, they go in cars and they crash cars. Stunt people, how do you call it? People who do those all those
Yeah, some people.
yeah, like
I don't
that.
know,
That's
there might
also
be
that could
another
be
term.
also
Mhm.
yeah, this fearless living a life without fear, fearless living, and they do that very dangerous sport, so they're not afraid. They just they just do, and then think, okay. Anyhow, they live like on the edge of a knife, like always, just on the like always in tension. That could be also that kind,
Yeah.
because they love that tension. Like, okay, am I gonna make it or not? So
Well,
that could
everything
be
with,
yeah.
I mean, even Chiron, everything with Scorpio is always intensity. It's
Yes,
always an
always.
intense, it's always an
Mm.
extreme down or extreme high.
Yeah, always extremes. Yes, that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster. You live
Hmm.
life like a roller coaster. It's
Like all
like
the emotions that go through when you disappear on this
yes,
live stream.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like it. It's like you going to a washing machine.
Yeah.
Like yeah, or totally transformative. You have to every time you have to go. Yeah, and you have to go through things very deep, and then you come. Yeah, refreshed out, transformed out of that experience. There's also house eight. It's actually a very exciting house. If you can live like that, you have a
Yeah.
very intense life. But it's the most difficult house, I think. Okay, let's then Sagittarius, and that's house nine. And
Hmm.
that's actually Chiron in house nine is knowing how to the positive, they could be very good teachers. They have the skill and extremely skilled to become teachers. Like maybe Jonathan says, Kyron in nine, like extremely skilled in teaching. They do it in a very intuitively, very authentic, and they know how to bring knowledge, high knowledge, in a very practical way to the pupils, the students. That's what I have from not so much as only the thing I have from Chiron in nine. So
Oh,
actually, their vision, they have a vision, but it doesn't stay a vision. They live their vision. The positive. So
yeah. I had so they crave having more meaning in life, and like
yes,
the the belief in the greater power, the power of the mind, philosophies, higher
yes,
thinking, and they're a champion for people to express their creative ideas and fulfill those creative ideas and
yeah,
stuff. But they can sometimes feel disconnected and lost.
yeah.
I guess that's the wound,
That's the wound.
having these
Yes,
great, brilliant ideas, but not being
not
able to
knowing how.
execute
Yeah,
them, or yeah, or not feeling confident enough to
yes.
execute those ideas.
Yes, and
And
most of the time they have like a very authentic way of vision that nobody understands, so they don't have to bring it out, or they don't know how to bring it in reality. If
yeah, it
they're
says they
young,
usually
yeah,
have unique, empowering ideas.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah, mhm, yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
and
That's,
it's really
yeah,
funny because what I read about it was everything was like a dual thing. Like I think I said it before, but what they are good at healing is also what they struggle with.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. This is also with Chiron. So you can, yeah, you can be an excellent teacher about something, but you don't, but not being good in what you teach, doing yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah, like for example, like a dancer who can teach. Sometimes the best teachers are the one who had most difficulty in learning that skill. And for people who was that skill they have naturally, they're sometimes very difficult to teach it to other to the yeah, to other people outside. So what is difficult for you? You know how to took a long time to master it. Those people, they are very good teachers. Just like the healers. That's what everything with Chiron, because they had so much trouble to go through that pain or through that skill or whatever they were suffering from. It's always also a bit of suffering. Then later on they are the best in bringing it out. That's why they're, yeah, and they're always outside the box. The Chiron is always outside the box because it's connected, yeah, with spirit. And it's always, and if you really connect it with your spirituality of your inner, then it's always different because it's there's nothing rigid. All concepts are living. Yes, reality is such a tripping thing. It tends to come true like we are manifestation. Yeah, true. And that's the one thing. House nine could be, how do we manifest our reality? Because they have
Yeah.
their visions, and they want, they need, but they are then able to manifest their vision. Um,
Yeah.
after a
And
while.
that's like, we talk about, collective and
Yeah.
working together and stuff. But that's what I mean. Like, so you have somebody who is good at, uh, manifesting ideas, and like Sagittarius and Chiron or whatever, or just in general, right? So let's just say Sagittarius. They manifest great ideas and great visions. And then you have Capricorn, who knows how to keep things structured and on plan. And then you
Yeah.
have, so, and all these are energies, and energies from the planets and stuff, because like I said, they give off vibrational frequencies. We give
Mhm.
off vibrational
Yes.
frequencies, and our thoughts give off vibrational
Yes.
frequencies. What if we could really tune into each other, and like I said, we're all our unique selves on, I mean, I don't know what
Yeah.
we would create. It would be insane. I mean,
Yeah.
cool,
But that's
insane, but
yeah.
Like
But
if we actually used
yeah,
all these energies and attributes and
yeah,
strengths that we had together,
yes.
it would be a
Yeah, it's
pretty,
true. That is then we are in a higher state of, if
yeah,
you're really in that high vibration, then you manifest instantly. That's like Jung with synchronity. So you
synchronous.
think about something, yeah, you think about something and it's there. And
Hmm.
that you have to be there on a high level. And like Socrates, for example, that's the teacher. He could have been, for example, a Chiron in House 9 because he had the best vision, but he suffered for it because he had to drink the poison on the
Hmm.
end. He got killed by society. But he brought in the best way an excellent vision, like spirituality in other words. Like,
Oh, real
yeah,
quick
John,
though. I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah,
But that's your democracy too, because they had a
yeah.
democratic vote on whether or not Socrates should die. And I think they voted, it was like one or two people that voted.
Ah, yeah,
So he
yeah.
got killed because the vote was two or one or two over.
Oh
So
my
that's your
God, yeah.
democracy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually been proving that democracy is actually a democracy. I
Yeah.
mean, democracy doesn't work because it's not because the majority is not always wise. I mean, you have to, yeah, that therefore it's authenticity. Anarchy is better because that's in individuality has a place
Yeah.
in
Like,
the
look at today. Do you think that the majority is wise right now? Do you want them dictating
Oh
what
my
you should
God.
do for
Yeah,
life?
no,
Yeah, that's scary. That's why
that's
we're
very
here.
scary. What's now
Yeah.
happening on the streets because they're totally lost. So, and they, yeah, they don't know, and they know what they want, but they don't know how to express it. So they're totally confused. So in that
Yeah.
way, majority is quite dangerous.
Yeah.
So, anyhow,
Nope.
therefore, in some native yeah, in native tribes they were not there on democracy. They were the wise people ruled. I mean, the wise one who had experience of life got saying from, okay, you know, you better do this, you better do that, might happen, but they give also the freedom. Yeah, you have to experience this. I mean, they were like every moment was different. I
Hmm.
mean, you cannot have rules because every situation is always different, and every situation's demands another way of anticipating. Like your children, every child is different. You don't say, and you should approach it differently too, because
Right.
otherwise you don't respect the uniqueness of your child. So that's an excellent example. A family is not democratic,
No.
but it does function. I mean, normal and average, it does function, but it's not democratic.
Well, even like
And
like now, like say stealing, right? So if someone's
yeah,
stealing for just greed, which bankers all do all the time, and
yeah,
nothing happens to them. But if stealing for food
yeah,
because they're starving or hungry, like that's totally different. It there
yeah,
shouldn't just be stealing,
hmm,
and like I said, I mean some rules don't apply to people, but
hmm,
every situation is different. Every situation should be looked at differently. It shouldn't just be one set
yeah,
of rules for
yeah,
8 billion people,
no,
and
yeah,
that could be in 8 billion different situations.
yeah. That's true. It's
I
that's
think that's
and
not
that's
right.
why yeah, democracy doesn't work.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Capricorn.
Next, yeah, Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn. That's what in House 10 it means. Like people with Capricorn House 10 don't find their position in life. They don't fit in life. They feel not good enough. They feel yeah, if, inferiority because they don't fit in the life. They feel like excluded out of life. So the people are living on the edge of society. Could be homeless people. Could be people who cannot uh, go with the speed of society. So they're the people who don't fit in. So in that way, they have to respect their own authenticity, and they have to learn to take their position in what they really. They have also discover what they really want to do and try to yeah, be their authentic self and accept themselves, something like that. That's what I have for Capricorn in 10. Um, so in that case, sometimes they help people. If they can be social workers, they help people like who are living on the edge of society, and bring them in and give them help them to find their own qualities. So and respect their own qualities. It could be something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
it says the same thing basically for in Capricorn, that
mhm.
Chiron and Capricorn, they can help people structure their lives and
Yeah,
um, achieve their goals and things like that. But like they have a strong sense of direction and following the rules. But
yeah,
if but your wound is not being able to fit into those rules,
yes, yeah,
structure your own life, or yeah.
yeah, yeah. That is okay. That is yeah 10, and then also they have to learn their own authority. So they feel like actually sometimes excluded by authority, like maybe by their boss in work. If they find the work they're never good enough, or they come, or they could be like people from coming from other cultures. They don't fit in the society. Could have also Chiron in house 10, but they need to respect their own. Yeah, they need to listen to their own self instead of uh, giving too much power to leadership. I mean, that's what I also have. They have to learn to become their own leader, like find their place in society by creating something new.
Hmm.
Not, yeah. So take their place in society, but yeah. So
Because discipline is like, I mean, there's God, humans are complicated, aren't we? So like you have,
yeah, those comments I
yeah,
cannot
we're
follow
so
them.
complicated because you have
Yeah,
to be free to be yourself, but you also have to be disciplined. You can't
yeah.
just go
No,
running
no, yeah.
amok all the time, right?
No,
Like you have
no,
to
no.
be,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's being master of yourself. It doesn't mean everything is okay. Yeah, that's
yeah,
sometimes new ages does it can be sometimes superficial in that way. Like, okay, I want you're dreaming, but you keep on dreaming. You know, you need to take steps in reality to do what you want to do. It doesn't come and doesn't fall out of heaven. So you
right.
need to have perseverance. You need to build qualities of tenacity, of discipline, and go for what you want, but believe in it and
Mm.
going beyond the obstacles. So just do and just yeah, do by doing it you um, yeah, so
This play
Chiron,
is like blinding me.
yeah,
Okay, we're
finding a
turning for.
place, finding a place and accepting yourself, yeah, for whom of what you are.
Let's make it.
Actually, not demanding. Especially, it's important not
No,
asking permission to be. It's like they want need permission from other people to be. Um,
sorry.
that's it. Okay, no,
The,
it's okay.
this light's
And
coming back out. It's getting
yeah,
really bright in here. I feel like my whole face is.
yeah, mhm,
Okay,
yeah.
whatever.
Then mhm. Okay, that's 10. So they need to find a structure in life, their own structure in life, and their own
Yeah.
place in life. Yeah,
And like I said, they'd be really good, like you said too, like as a counselor or something, helping people, or a life coach,
yeah.
helping
Life
people
coach.
structure their lives. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. I have Chiron in 11. So that's actually friendship and humanity, organizations. So they might feel that they never fit in groups. They never find their friends. They feel like excluded. They are just a child that is standing alone in on the playground and doesn't play with other children, for example, because it feels shy, or it always yeah doesn't dare to take part of the group. So that's a feeling isolated from friendship and from groups. So that's
Oh,
what I
they're,
have.
yeah, but I put their healing qualities, like they really truly believe in humanity and the power of the
Yes.
group.
Yeah.
And they they're almost like humanitarians.
Yeah, they're
They want to help
humanitarians.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to
Yeah.
help people, like
Yeah.
almost like they see like we always talk about, like humanity can level up,
Yeah,
like we
I
can take
see.
care of
Okay,
each other
it's
and stuff
frozen.
like that. I mean, we don't have it in Aquarius, but
Yeah,
you
they
know,
have. Yeah, and I
oh,
see
you do.
ideas. Yeah, I have it. I have Chiron. So you have a different way of. I yeah like you're totally different, and you are yeah, I feel like many times different than most people. I even here in the
Hmm.
house at home I always feel different, but then accepting yourself, and then you have a lot to offer because other people don't know how you think, they don't know how you feel, and once you, it's like also expressing that, then they can learn a lot from you. They say, oh yeah, wow, she has that idea, I would never thought about it. But if you don't, being a little bit eccentric with that, but it's still as a contribution instead. Then I see it as a contribution instead as a burden. Your eccentricness, kind of. Aquarius can be eccentric, yeah? Or like you are not like. I mean, it's also like me. I never had a life like a house, like house. How do you see here? They say here house, tree, child, and like the normal way of life. And with Chiron in Aquarius, you never have that kind of normal life circumstances. Like you grow up, you do totally different things than other people. That's what I did, and people always question it, but you have to do it because it makes you joyful, and then people are very curious. I mean, you have a lot to bring and to tell because you have so much different experience. And that is, for example, Chiron Aquarius. It's a little bit eccentric, different. But I feel different. I feel different, but they should, um, yeah. My tasks should be then, okay, just tell your way of your vision. How do you see, how do you see something like society? How I deal with people in difficulties. Yes, also social workers. It could be also Chiron in. They have a kind of, and you feel related to people who are also different, and you can help them accept themselves. I mean, that's how I see it. How you work
Mhm.
with groups in 11 is more with groups. You work with groups like, um, for example, groups who addictive, who are with people who are have addiction problems, something. All kind of groups could it be, and you have a quality to deal with them to yeah, to lift their existence.
Oh,
uh
real quick, I just wanted to add, um, it's almost like, so Chiron and Aquarius is almost like you love the group and you care for the group and see the
yeah,
potential of the group, but you still feel disconnected and on the outside of the group.
yes, yeah, I have that feeling. I have that. For me,
Hmm.
I love the group, and I like to go home to my own place afterwards. I love to go there, and then I want to go back. That's why I live here in a kind of group, but actually I want to live back on my own. And then when I want to go to a group, I will go. So that's my part because I'm different here. I'm with all those people who live here. I'm the most different one. We have a same basic philosophy, but I'm very different still. So I think, okay, I like to live on myself, and then when I want to join a group, I like it very much because then it's more enjoyable then. But when I all the time have to live in group, I don't feel. Yeah, I have never a feeling that I fit somewhere in any kind of group.
Yeah.
But but
No,
yeah.
I'm like that too, to a certain extent, where
Mm.
like I'm always like, I love people, but I love them from like far away.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
But
don't
I
want to.
do like I guess, because even here, right, with my
Yeah.
I get nervous. I do. I have self-confidence issues. I'm well aware of that, and that's okay. But like I know you guys and like me and you talking and stuff, so I do feel comfortable to be my weird and insecure
Yeah.
self, you know? And I think actually, like you were saying, because when you show that you're vulnerable, other
Yeah.
people will then be themselves and be
Yes.
vulnerable, you know,
And
because
that's
to be
maybe,
yourself is vulnerability.
yes, true. And that's maybe our task too, just be yourself, and people learn to be themselves also.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, that's yeah, our task then. Yeah, to be yourself and be a little bit eccentric. It's interesting, and yeah. Otherwise, you can feel. I mean, yeah, yeah, and accepting yourself is also very important. You have that extra quality you can bring in, because it's yeah, and Aquarius always thinks outside the box, but Chiron in Aquarius thinks outside the box, but doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
And that's the pain, because that's why they don't speak up sometimes. I mean, in my case, then. But now, I mean, I learn it now better. I do better. But still, when I in all my working positions, I had always totally different ideas, and always you
Yeah.
have to defend them. It's like, oh my god. And that's why I sometimes think, okay, no, I like to be on myself. I do it in my house, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Even at my like student slave job, um, I'm always like, like with the testing and stuff, like none of you have questions. None of you are
yeah,
seeing like anything else going on here, or even like stupid things. I'm like, do you know how much easier it would be if we could just organize it this way? But it's
yeah,
like, these are the rules and this is what the rules go by. And it's like, okay, I
yeah.
guess we
That's
can
so
do this.
stupid, eh?
Stupid.
Oh my god, that's like a
That's
waste
to be
of time.
stupid and inefficient. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah, it's
yeah,
true. And then
yeah,
but yeah, that's the same. Oh, her son has also, yeah, Kyron Aquarius. Yeah, he must be like Christ. He is different than the other kids. I mean, that we already know in school, because he's more aware, and he's not copying. Like, you don't have that mass behavior. Like, I follow the group.
yeah.
That's Chiron in Aquarius. Does never follows the group. It follows himself, or stays away and out at the edge,
And he's
outside of the
Capricorn,
crowd.
so he could be very strong,
Yeah,
raising little world changer there.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what I've, yeah, with Chiron in 11. Then we have the last house. Finally, in
Which I almost forgot about for a second,
in
actually. You were talking, and then I'm like, we're done. And I'm like, oh no, we had Pisces.
yeah, one more.
I
Yeah,
forget about Pisces all the time. That's really
yes.
horrible.
But you have strong Neptunus in your chart. You have nice connections with Neptunus, and Neptunus is Pisces. So, and Pisces forget.
Yeah.
Neptunus forget.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
it's my
typical.
Neptune's in Sagittarius. So I'm dreamy and forgetting all
Yeah,
about
you're
Pisces.
dreaming. Yeah, but also, yeah, a lot of your generation has Neptunus in Sagittarius. Are the seekers, the great seekers. That's Neptune in Sagittarius. So in 12 is actually it's how, what could it be? They could be the spirit, and they could be wounded by fanatism, by religion. How you say, religion paranoia or something. But I see an example, because it could be different thing. And later on, if they cure of it, they can become spiritual healers, because they have special connections. They,
Mhm.
but like, they understand dreams. They understand the symbolic language. They see sometimes things we don't see, like little grandma. Um, yeah, the groups are annoying. Little grandma. There's something from America. She's um, yeah, a lady, and she sees like fairies. She sees, I mean, she sees the spirits of people. She sees a lot, and she's yeah, giving advice for nature. And but she's
Yeah.
accepted by the Native Americans. Little grandma. She's not native, but
Oh,
she has
I
a
know.
native spirit. I don't know her name,
I
but
know. I
she's,
didn't see it.
and it's very interesting. But she has that healing qualities. She heals. Yeah, she can see things we don't see. So they can heal with their hands. They can heal from a distance. They have that special energy. Um, it's Chiron in house 12. And sometimes if related to the life in life before, they have to solve some kinds of problems from the life before. So, what I see, of they have, oh yeah, they are. I could be also that they get wounded in the womb because house 12 is also the period you spend with your mother in the womb. It's house 12.
Okay.
So if something happens to the mother, the child carries that trauma during the pregnancy, and then they're more yeah, vulnerable, and but because of that they have an extreme high sensitivity, and that's why they yeah have special yeah holistic healing, spiritual healers. Also the mediums channels. I think they have Chiron in could be having Chiron in 12. I
Right.
mean that's and what does it says
And
in
it
yours?
says they usually have a softer side, a
Yes,
very like more calming, uh, soft demeanor. They're not um, like a healer demeanor.
yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
know, if you ever met like a healer, like a Native American healer, they're usually just very calm and quiet, and
super,
like
yes,
you can feel the like the nurturing, calm energy coming
yes.
from them. They're not, yeah, they're
Yeah, that's
just soft and steady.
yeah.
Yeah,
And they're super connected, so that's why they keep their calm. Eh? So all the
yeah,
world around can fall apart, but they stay there nicely, and they observe. They feel so
yeah,
deeply. They feel from inside, so they don't. They look different than we do. They look with their inner eyes. That they listen with their inner ears, and they feel with their heart. And then they understand the one before them so deeply, instantly. Actually, they could. That's why they're very good healers because they don't need to talk. They feel,
yeah.
and
That's why I think I'm a little crazy because I feel everything.
yeah, but maybe yeah. I don't know where do you have your Chiron? In which house? Do you know?
Mine's in no, Aries. So
And
yeah,
Aries.
so mine's
Oh yeah.
making a identity crisis
Okay.
midlife
Yeah, that's
crisis.
identity, and also yeah, but be there,
Yeah,
stand up for
accurate.
yourself. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but no, well, because we grow up in this world where like everything's concrete. That's all
Yeah.
how I always explain it. And
Yeah.
I always see the other stuff, and
Yeah.
so from like when you're little, you're told like you're crazy and you're weird and
Yeah.
so you grow up thinking like I'm crazy and I'm weird and I don't fit in, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But yeah, so then when you finally realize it, like, I mean, I think it's cool, but it's still,
It's cool.
and
Yeah.
you got to get used to
Yeah.
being like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
care what
And
other people think. Yeah.
yes.
But yeah,
And
because like I was just saying that what you said about being calm. Lately, I am super calm and super happy, which means I know something really big is coming soon. Like a storm
voilà.
is coming because yeah,
Yes.
I have an unreasonable amount of
Unusual.
calm lately.
So you're prepared. Actually, your inner strength is building up.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah.
things just really don't bother me like
Yeah.
that anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Phew, something bad's coming because
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
calm. Yeah.
But the thing is, the silence is important to feel to get in touch with your intuition.
Yeah.
Because if you're not silent, you don't feel that inner voice, or you don't feel the inner guidance, and that's why if you're super silent, you know what to do, even in the most difficult circumstances. You follow that guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and probably, yeah, you will be guided. Um,
I hope.
yeah.
I'm guided somewhere safe.
Yeah. Anyhow, we don't know. I had from today. I had the feeling from. Oh, I feel actually. I was so actually feel good. I mean, I feel like. Oh, are we not a little bit over exaggeration the outside situation? But that's kind of a tricky illusion, I think, because I felt like. Yeah, so I didn't like normally I feel the turbulence outside what's going on, and then I didn't feel it today or for some days I think everything is fine. what's the problem? But that's maybe the same thing. Like you see, everything is so calm, I so feel so peaceful. But wait, it's the storm. Yeah, it's
The
the
quiet
silence
before the
before.
storm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I
And
feel.
I hate being like, because I don't want to be negative and I really want us to turn this around. But I mean, I think we missed that boat,
Mm,
like whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen now.
yes,
But
true.
I do think that we can, like you said, listen to the calm and find that inner strength and trust,
Yes.
really trust in the divine. Like that's magic. Magic is understanding
Mm,
that you are
yeah.
nature and you're part of nature's family and you just
Yeah.
have to trust it to lead you in the right direction. It's
Yes.
that it's that voice. It's like, when you go to do something and your gut's like, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
That's your intuition. That's your
Mhm.
gut leading you in the right direction. Your dreams,
Yeah.
you
True.
know, yeah.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's just actually. Yeah, yeah. Identity from the outside world is totally lost, and when we are close with ourselves, then we feel the strength in ourselves. We're strong in ourselves. We're standing as a rock in whole the world who was running crazy, literally crazy from here to there, and
yeah.
okay, yeah, we just watch, we watch. We only watch, we only watch, standing still in the silence. I learned we learned that song with the kids when they were too turbulent. I say, come on, we sing a song. And then we only watch, standing still in the silence. And they calm them down. Like, okay, don't need so overexcited. When you're overexcited, it brought them calm, made them more calm.
Plus,
Um,
there is a
yeah,
storm or if there is a chaotic situation, the best thing to do is remain calm. That's the first thing
yeah,
they say, remain calm, because
yeah.
you
That
can't
will
think, you
save
can't
you.
make good decisions, right? If you're
Mm.
panicking.
Yeah, yeah. That's the people who survive,
Mm.
who stay calm, and they don't, because they. If you can do that, even then there is something. If you that is in you will say what to do at that moment. I believe that.
Yeah.
Um Thank you, Christ, and
I
that's.
love our ladies. I really do. I'm all love.
You're all love.
Yeah,
You're,
I am. I
yes,
want
you
to
are
love the
love.
world to get back to
Yeah, actually,
better,
me
but
too.
I know that's an
Yeah.
illusion.
No, we have our own. Actually, yeah, we have to create our own paradise anyhow,
Yeah,
and that we have to stay in a nice tune. Um, yeah, it's like we have to be, um, yeah, the inner strength. We have to allow to unfold our inner strength and just in the calm. The people who saved themselves in disasters. They were the most calm one.
I know.
Uh,
Christ is really smart and she knows herself. And so she should come
yeah.
on here one day.
I think so too. Maybe she can. Yeah, but actually, we are finished. If people want to
Yeah,
join,
we can have a
Grace, you can join because
we can have three on here. Yeah,
yes,
come on, Christ, get over here.
yeah, 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 and then people can ask some questions because she knows very much about astrology too.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah,
and the
mhm.
Hermetica, my favorite.
Yes.
Oh, you know what though? I wanted to read those two parts
Ah, yeah, you
about
do.
from Astro Butterfly because it was really pretty. All
Yeah,
right.
Astro
Okay.
Butterfly is very good. The first. Oh, you can still find them. I think Genie, Aries ruled by Chiron and Aries. She's gonna read it now.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, because I don't want to read the whole thing because some of it. Um,
Yeah.
okay. All right. This is a little bit, there's like three parts, but I'm going to try to do it fast. Okay. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's all about the individual, passion, instinct, me first attitude. Aries is where we assert ourselves, where we go for what we want, where we draw borders to express our uniqueness. Aries is the first sprout to emerge from the soil in the spring, choosing life, choosing to get into the world and express itself. Chiron is where we feel wounded, ashamed, broken, and inadequate. Chiron will challenge Aries' expression of the self, expression of individuality. Chiron in Aries is about the greatest wounds of all, the wound of identity, which I think is fitting for these times.
Yeah.
So
It's
we are
totally
all
fitting.
born
Yeah.
with the wound of identity. When we are babies, we hardly have an identity. We are the result of a genetic makeup. As we grow up, if our self-expression is encouraged, we slowly develop our unique identity, but the process is not always smooth. Our parents may, rightly so, see us as an extension of themselves, like I was saying about the indoctrination, the programming, and all that stuff. But it's not their fault. They do this because they want to protect us. But trying to force the child to become anything else but what they were born to be is incredibly damaging to the sense of the child's self. Stifling the child's individuality is more dangerous in the long term than neglect or even violence. So this is the good part. You are here for a reason. Your existence is the very proof you deserve to be. There's a reason why, out of billions of genetic
There.
possibilities.
There's a reason why we're all here, darling. There's a reason why.
Yes, yes.
There is
That's
Ty.
right.
I always miss his live, and now he's on our
Excited.
live stream. Amazing.
Sorry to interrupt you, darling. I'm sorry. I was reading you right in the middle of that. So.
Oh my God. This is so exciting for me.
Okay, that's yeah.
Okay, so should I finish this?
Yes, finish it. I'm still doing
Okay.
makeup.
Okay. Okay. There's a reason why out of billions of genetic possibilities, it was you who made it. Yes, not only you have the right to exist, but you are here for a reason. You were born with a unique mission. You were born to express the divine in your unique way, to develop and share your unique gifts, talents, and skills. You are much more than you think. The stars, the whole universe collided so you could be here today.
Mm-hmm.
Now that is perfect.
Yeah, right? Especially for today, these times.
Especially for these times. Yeah. If we don't make it to heal that Chiron in Aries, oh my God.
Yeah,
we will anyhow.
We have to. So. It's our only duty, darling. It's our only duty.
Yeah.
I'm like blown away. Like, I'm your fan. I can't believe Ty's here.
I've normally been more prepared. I know. I realized you guys were doing this all like weekend long. I'm like, where the fuck have I been? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, this is like, what is this? Our fourth one?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's fourth one. I think so too. Yeah. Now it was Chiron. Chiron is the wounded. The
wounded healer.
Yeah.
And a wounded. Look at that. Look how big that thumb is. That's terrible. I'm sure I broke it or so. That's why it's been like makeup. All of it's been terrible today. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm just glad. I'm glad to be here with you guys. I don't get to chat much these days, so.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice. So, and you're he's Sagittarius, right?
Indeed. Mm-hmm. With a rising in Gemini, my opposite.
Gemini. Okay, good. That's why he's so. It's fashion.
There's a lot.
And he's got a lot of Scorpio.
It's a lot.
Too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's got a lot of Scorpio, a lot of there's a lot of that. A lot of Taurus. Sag and a lot of nodes too, so just mostly Sag.
Yeah.
A lot of Sag and a lot of Scorpio, yes.
Yeah, it's
from what I remember.
Too, but then the houses, and Sagittarius is in 7 and 8. Okay, yeah, and then Scorpion 6. Yeah, that's your special qualities. Your extraordinary qualities.
I don't know what you mean, darling. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Fire, flare, fashion.
Okay, Chris.
Thinking outside the box. That's what I said. Totally... The first perfectly made Ty. You made him exactly the way he was supposed to be.
Yeah, he's
surprise. I'm surprised about that too, actually. So.
Yeah, 100% flair, typical, 100% Sagittarius.
But we all met each other in these ways, and everybody's so unique and interesting. Like, you never know who's out there until you just encounter them, and it's like, wow, I didn't realize there was that many, kind of like-minded people, but are all different. It's really interesting.
All different.
And from different,
actually, there are so many
experiences. I'm sorry, Christine.
No, it's good. No, it's true. We're so like-minded and so different at the same time. That's so interesting. Actually, quite. Yeah,
It
yeah,
totally proves the point that we're all, the same consciousness, different expressions of the same thing, the
yes,
same source. So it's like, well, that's
yeah,
it. That's literally it. Like,
yeah, and
we all look differently, but clearly we're all the same thing. So it's just,
yeah,
I don't know. We're hiding from that
yeah.
from some reason. So
Yeah, and that's the fun of everybody. We are so like-minded, but so different, and it's so yeah, it's adventure. It's exciting and it's everything instead of a dual society life. Like yeah,
we're
Yeah,
coming
you
back.
have to have some
like
flair
a
in life.
yes,
You have
yeah.
to
You have
have
to have some
some.
flair.
It's coming back. Like it's
Yes,
coming back the professional way. I think people are starting to really open up again to it. We were in that materialistic phase for so long. They kept us like indentured in that.
oh yeah,
Just
mm,
pure materialistic thinking, and then it's corroded. It's obviously corroded.
yeah,
And everybody can see it. We just don't know how to process it very well. But clearly, that's people
yeah.
moving over.
True.
They've gotten over the materialistic view of the universe. They've just gotten over it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you missed
true.
it.
Yeah,
I was
actually,
like, what did I say? Humans are very complicated.
yeah, yeah. Humans are complicated. Actually, they make themselves complicated. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you can live
we do
by
it to
the
ourselves.
day,
And that's why. So
yeah.
that's why everyone should also cut each other's slack. It's like we are very complicated. It's not just this. We think everything is
Mm,
going to be simple solutions and like kind of like we're used to movies. So we think things are very
yeah,
very like screenplay, like one act, second act, third act.
yeah.
It's not really how this works. So it's just we're
No,
accustomed to that kind of thinking. So
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. And yeah, and taking back the responsibility, just there to be your authentic self, and it's the thing. How can you empower yourself? Only by being yourself. So, okay, voila.
that's it. That's
And
it. But that's hard. But see, that's easier said than done because then people are like, but responsibility though, because that means you can't control the people. It means you
no,
can't
that
control other
part is
people. And that's the hard part because
no,
like we
yeah,
like the idea of controlling ourselves, but the moment we have to relinquish control of another person,
mm,
there's the issue. That's the issue
yeah,
we face mentally. So
And plus it
yeah,
means
yeah,
you have to own up for your shit.
yeah,
And not a lot of people
because
want to
everybody's
do
doing the
that.
same
That's
thing.
not,
yeah.
Everybody's
yeah.
doing it. We're
That's
all making
true.
the same mistakes. We're all hypocrites. We're all liars. We're all frauds. We're all doing it. Everybody's doing it. Collective. It's a
Yeah,
collective hypnosis.
a
Like,
collective, yeah,
collective delusion, darling.
collective, yeah, yeah,
And
collective
collective
illusion.
shit.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
And how beautiful it is that we all could embrace the poo, just breathe it in. Get out there and get better at just dropping your poo everywhere. We live in great
Yeah,
times. We live in great times. Like I've never lived during a time where so many people were so damn honest with themselves. Like, you know what? I'm
yeah, I
just doing the
totally
best
agree.
that I can and I'm screwing up. But you know what? I'm gonna screw up a little more tomorrow. And that's why I think things are going to change. I think everything is changing
Yeah, it's
right
true.
now. And you got the few last people
Yeah,
grasping onto that hubris and
yeah,
ignorance of how smart I am, how brave I am. My
yeah,
group is always right because there are more of us. I think everything is about to change.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's
Image
what
falls
we
out.
usually compare it to a
Also,
movie theater where like they're the last ones in the movie,
yeah,
like the screen or the play. So like the curtain's already closed, the
yeah,
lights are on, janitor's mopping, they're still in the audience. Like, when's the next
yeah.
act? We're like, honey, the show's over. Like, it's done. It's done. Stragglers trying to get in right
Yeah,
when that curtain comes down. Just come on now, come on. But
yeah,
everyone in their own time. Everyone in their own time.
yeah,
Doesn't matter how slow people go as long as they don't stop. Very Socrates, very
yeah,
Confucius. It's just what it is. We can't
yeah,
rush people. They have to learn in their own way, their own experience. So that's just what it is.
That's it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
and
waiting on
I'm sorry, and we think of like we have to reach a certain destination, and we
Right.
don't. If we
hmm
don't, we just have
It's
to
a
live.
process.
That's
It's
it.
always been the
Yeah.
process. It's
yeah,
always been the process and nothing else. Always. I don't know
yeah,
why people are looking for a
yeah,
destination. That seems silly to me, but
Yeah.
everything's a cycle. It's like the planet's going around the sun is
yeah,
going around that black hole or whatever it is. All the other solar systems are good. Everything is just a cycle. Everything's
yeah,
cycling. The sun, everything is a cycle. But yet we think in terms of definitiveness for human
yeah,
beings because it's easier for our little monkey brains to take in the idea of shrinking things down to being simplistic.
yeah.
And
So
we're
we
We
perceive.
so
think from A to Z instead of circle thinking. Yeah? Like seasons, winter, summer, autumn, spring. Everything is a circle. and everything repeats it again. Everybody has a circle, a cyclus in life too. And actually, if you can find it, you just should know that pattern, the pattern, but and you evolve from one pattern to another pattern, but it's still a pattern of a cyclist.
Yes, and it builds momentum the more precise and
Yeah.
refined it gets. Yeah, it gets
Yeah.
stronger and faster and faster and faster. It's how sound and light work.
Yeah.
Like eventually,
Yeah.
like light gets so much that it becomes sound, and the sound becomes so vibration it becomes light again. It just goes on and on and on like that. So
Yeah.
it's cool though. It's good to know we're in a realm of vibration because that explains a lot more about fucking frequencies and shit. So
Yeah.
I'm holding the spot down. Christ was supposed to be here. Christ was supposed to do her second coming. Well, her first coming. I don't think Christ came the first time. Ooh, there's a whole nother discussion. Her and her boo-boo and all the stuff that she's posting nowadays. No,
Yeah, she said okay. She said okay. She said
you know
okay.
that she didn't post nothing else. You see that, right? She said okay, and
And then she had an
Yeah,
emergency.
she's gone.
she got her
Okay.
boo-boo and they're heading for the shower right now, or she's watching and she ain't gonna post nothing else because she ain't coming on here with y'all monkeys. Nope.
Hey, I
Okay,
wouldn't
come on,
either.
Christ. Come on, Christ.
She's boo-boo.
Oh, she should come. Come on, she should come.
Y'all should
Yeah,
have
I don't
heard-
think she's here anymore. Oh well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I
maybe
just
not. Okay.
said about the repeating cycles, right? And Ty did a video one time about our DNA was fused at one point.
oh yeah,
It was definitely altered with and messed with.
beginning of the Anunnaki post. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Well, we
And
lived in-
now
I
they're
think it was
talking about
covering this-
vaccines to alter our DNA.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I was covering of the Sumerian text and how, like, because things just started flying in once I started studying Sumerian text. I was like, oh, that's it. That's what happened. And then science caught up, and then it was like, well, actually, yeah, our DNA something was manipulated. We don't really know who or how.
Right.
We know it did happen. It did.
Right.
Like, we were manipulated at some point, and this is what we look like now. This is what we are now. So that means that something happened. So at least we're getting to the point, because before that would have been to even acknowledge something like that would have been like everyone thought you were insane. So that's it. Like that's it. So the fact that they're even like bringing this up and now it's matching even esoteric tomes that are older than most civilizations, I'm like, you can't really. At a certain point, coincidence is not likely. You know what I mean? Even in a scientific way, it's not. So.
No, it's not. Yeah.
And that's what I needed. I needed the Sumerian tablets, like, you know, because I was raised in the church. I needed.
I'm telling you,
piece.
if you were a colored American who's around our age or old, like we grew up, that's what it was. That's also the only reason why most of us are circumcised, because we were all part of that. It's the 80s, starting in the 80s. So.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, but that was the guy. I mean,
it's the same in Europe.
It was healthy for me. Like, I needed to really embrace the fact that all of these scriptures have been repeated and copied and changed, and cultural appropriated, and so somebody, I'm not gonna mention any names, still has video for doing the breakdown of the Bible, the Enuma Elish, the Sumerian text, the Emerald tablets, the Book of the Dead, and there was one other.
It was Book of the Dead, Emerald Tablets, and Bible. God, I'm not that smart. I don't have that.
Oh my God.
Himself now.
Actually, there's 3 others too, but still.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll have
awesome,
that guy on there. He knows the Sumerian ones.
So
It took a while. It took a while. Like even to process that, like it was hours and hours and hours of listening, and you're like, oh, like they go through the entire process of like how the gods created it and which ones the mother god that joined Lord Enki. Her name is Mama. It just tells you all where all these words came from and all these. I'm like, it starts clicking immediately. It starts clicking immediately, and planets returning that they didn't know, and like how the moon got here, and a whole bunch of shit. So it's just like, oh, okay, that makes, because they've been talking about it. All the tomes have talked about all these things already. They were hidden, you know. And now the internet destroyed the Kabbalah's plan because this is what it did. People started crowdsourcing, and then
true.
It was easy when they could keep us compartmentalized away from each other.
But that's the thing, because
the document, when people ask questions, it just floods in droves.
Right.
You know?
Actually,
so they can't hide it. There's nothing to hide anymore. It's too late. By getting rid of our privacy, they lost their own.
Yeah.
Everything is a consequence.
That's typical. They wanted the internet for themselves to spread more easy and quicker to get their new world
Which
order.
they did do.
But by that, but also divine, they play tricks, and then we got used to internet for
Yes,
their
because,
destruction
because
instead.
everything
That's
is a
how it
consequence,
works.
every action. So
Yeah,
even when they take one, it rebounds on them as well. So
yeah,
we got something because of them as well. So that happened. That's
yeah,
how heroes work in stories. Like they have to keep being challenged by each other, and they keep
Right.
yeah,
raising their game and raising their game.
yeah,
That's exactly
yeah,
it. So we were bound to get this at some point. They've had it, the whole time, but now it's like now we have
yeah,
to have it. But at some point we were
yeah,
going to get it. You know what I mean? We just were.
yeah,
So and now that we have it,
yeah,
cat's out the bag. Cat's out the
yes.
bag now. So
Yeah, exactly. And I saw a video of Amazing Polly, and she said the cabal is really panicking because I
mhm.
mean, from all sides, everything is
Yes,
exposed,
yes.
so they have nothing more to hide. And
So now they have to
actually,
throw
it's
everybody
quite
under the bus right now. Now they're closing on their assets and
yes,
throwing the rest of them under the bus so they can save themselves. That's exactly because they're backed into a
yeah,
corner. We have them. We have
Oh
them.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
We really do.
They're
yeah.
We
gonna
really do.
turn on each other. It's like
Yeah, no,
Rome.
they have
They
to.
all
Yeah, that's
turned
what they
on
do.
each other.
They're
Yeah.
cannibalistic. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they will. They will do that.
Yeah,
And that's why they have. And they will continue to. And they're going to wheedle themselves down to their little, network.
yeah.
And then the rest
And
of
you
us
know
will
what?
that's where it'll be. That's
Yeah,
exactly where it's going. So, and they know that. They already know. They had it pre-planned the whole time. They knew. They
yeah.
took precautions.
And then,
So,
yeah, and there is something. I know there is a friend of mine. He's quite a genius with money, and they're looking for a system which replaces money. They're already working on it because they know the money is going totally to fall, and it's amazing. I should get him on the show. He works everywhere in the world. Yeah, he's really it's extremely well. I couldn't follow. He was explaining to me, so oh my god, I cannot follow. I need
it's
somebody
a
else.
lot, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lot.
It is really
It's
a
a
lot, but
lot.
the tools to not fall in a vacuum because there is
Right.
no money, they're already finding solutions for that. They're busy,
Exactly.
and that's
Because they don't have
wonderful. It
time.
was
The only thing they have time to do is build. They can't do anything else. Neither can any of us. We can't. We don't have
no,
the means to destroy anything anyway. So we might as well just
no,
build. You might as well just keep building and building and building and building and
yeah,
building. I mean,
and
there's
it's
too many of us for
fantastic.
them to
Yeah,
stop in the first place. They know that by now. So there's like
yeah,
that's what it is.
and
So
yeah, and they have there is also energy for everybody independent, like that you don't have to pay a company. So they're
mhm.
working on it, and it's in Brasilia. And they do
Yeah.
it there, and they say in Europe, because it's a European company, and they said, okay, can we do it here? And then Germany doesn't want it for now because, yeah, then they have not control. But
Mhm.
people are
Mhm.
demanding it. They have to come because it's working quite quick in a positive
Yes.
way. It's actually so
And,
exciting. It's so
and you said it.
exciting.
You said it because they won't have control. So the people that don't want it are the people who want to control everybody. Because if everybody's producing themselves, nobody can rule.
Yeah,
There can't be tyranny.
yeah,
There can't be authoritarianism. There can't be any of that because
yeah.
everybody's independent
So
and self-sufficient. So the project for the new American century, the thing we've been trying to warn all the normies about, this is what the truther thing is that product is that plan. The plan to make everybody completely dependent on psychopaths, so that therefore the psychopaths
yes,
could rule. That's it. That's the entire plan
yeah,
right there. So the moment you take personal responsibility back, the entire plan is over. It's done immediately, almost
yeah,
instantaneously.
yeah,
That's incredible. That's incredible news, but people don't
yeah,
seem very thrilled about it. They're like, "But that means I have to." I'm like, "No, it means you can literally just not consent, and then your wife's back. There you go. There's your
yeah.
wife." I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. It's gonna. Yes, actually, it's gonna be. I think within 4 years. I mean, it will be. I do believe now within 4 years. It will be. Yeah, it is a totally Aquarius time. So everything will settle up. I will settle. Yeah, I will settle in a good direction. Yeah, because there's
let's
so
take a
much
Virgo.
going on. Hmm?
We're in
Mhm.
Virgo now, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Are we in Virgo right now? We're in Virgo, aren't we?
Now,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
Virgo.
sun's in
Yeah,
Virgo, yeah. But I mean,
Interesting.
yeah,
like the age or just
Oh
the
no, I mean just
yeah,
the
Virgo.
physical season right now. Yeah.
Yeah, Virgo.
yeah,
Because I noticed that Leo energy sort of kind of waned out, kind of like
yeah.
dissipated out of nowhere. So I was like, what
Yeah,
happened? Are we airing it
you're
or what happened?
disappearing.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Autumn is beginning.
yeah.
It's like yeah, the
mm.
energy is
Yeah, because you could feel that like we're gonna do this
Yeah.
energy.
yeah,
What was it? It was the
And then
gate
all of
open,
a
whatever
sudden
that
it's
was.
starting to trickle
yeah,
That Leo
away.
gate was
yeah,
strong as hell,
Yeah.
but then all of a sudden we were kind of like, like release again. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Reality's
mm,
back.
Yeah, it's back.
yeah. Yes, Virgo. quiet, meticulous, very
Yeah,
calm,
but Virgo's analytical, yeah, and
analytical.
meticulous, and yeah. So now's the time to pay attention to the details. Although
Yeah,
it's always been a time to pay attention to the
Right.
details.
yeah, it's true.
Well, yeah, but I noticed it goes through that
Okay.
introspective action kind of mode of energy. So it's like we were like, especially when
Yeah.
we started exposing a little bit more of the child pedophilia thing, and then it faded away because now we're air again. So now it's light and cheery again. And they're like, okay,
Yeah.
well, we'll see about that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, it's
Crazy.
that.
So,
Oh my God.
So, Gerard,
I don't
but that's
know.
not me.
No,
That's
I don't hear
weird.
anything. Do
You
you
know,
hear
I
something?
yeah, I
It could
hear,
be Gerard in the
I hear
background.
so, I hear no, yeah, no, I
I
hear
don't know what
some,
he's doing.
I heard the,
But either way,
okay,
what time?
anyhow. Mhm.
Wait, I gotta go with Danielle too after this too. So I was like, I'm just doing a marathon today. So
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm
Yeah.
so glad you came on. I was like, oh my God,
Yes.
hi. I've been
yeah, we'll do
thinking
it again. Well,
Sam.
I mean, clearly this is going on continuously with Gerard. So I'm like, well, then I'll just keep popping in at certain times. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
that'll be
yeah,
great.
it's okay. I mean, it's almost
But I
three
don't
hours
let
in,
the
Oh
sounds
so
getting
yeah,
crazy.
she's
So
in Belgium. It's like 1 a.m. She's
it's 1
really,
a.m.
wow.
It's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. 1:17 a.m. Yeah,
That's
and
why
so
everybody's in different
and the,
places. So it's like there's no real structured time. It's just like, come on and do it. Like,
Yeah.
let's just come on and do it.
yeah,
So,
But
just
see,
like
and
that.
this is what is amazing too. Like we are I hate saying colors, but you know, we're different colors, we're different genders, we're different
Yeah.
lifestyles, backgrounds all over the world, and we are connecting. And even though we're very different and may even disagree, we are really
Yeah.
like doing this. Like I think we should be happy
Yeah.
about it. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like
it's
this is
happening.
positive. Like,
It's
you know,
amazing. Yeah.
and of course, because you know, I always say this, we want it now. And we think, you know, an age lasts 2,000 to 2,500 years. So they
Yeah.
had 2,500 years of doing this. Like, we're not going to change it overnight, but
Right,
we're
exactly.
in the
They think
process.
they're
We
gonna
are here.
indoctrinate people like this. Yeah, they think they can do that in 2 years. I'm like, guys, they've been doing this for centuries. Like,
Right. Yeah.
we're not just gonna unindoctrinate ourselves out of nowhere. That's not gonna happen. It's gonna take
Right.
a while, but at least we understand the process now. Because before we didn't get how they were even doing it. Now we know how they're doing
Yeah.
it.
True.
So
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I
That's
just think it's amazing. Like, you know, like I always say,
okay. There is
Astrid!
Christ.
is that
Hello.
who's that?
That's
Hi.
Christ.
I do exist.
Is that Crystal? Who is that?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
can't see well.
I can't hear
He's in
anything
the car.
I know it's terrible. We might have to
Yeah.
restart it or something. Either way, I was gonna fade out anyways. I know Gerard's fucked it up. I don't know where he is, but we can't fix the sound issues.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I know I see a side of me. I don't
What
know
kind of?
if I'm
you have to
Oh, there
roll
we
up
go.
your windows. Can she hear you?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
better.
she's got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Park. Yeah. Yeah. That was a kind of noise. Park. Yeah. I
That was
thought
a
he
lot.
was driving on a wild road. Okay. Nice. So there you are.
Okay, I think is she fixing it?
I think so.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, I'm starving. I've been up since.
Take
A while,
something
huh?
to
Yeah.
eat. You didn't eat for a whole day. Yeah, there she's good. Okay.
Can y'all
Voila.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear
Yes,
you now.
we can hear
Okay.
you.
I had to turn the air conditioner off, and it's like 105 degrees outside.
Oh my God. Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, she's in and out.
Oh, somebody is somebody messaged me. Oh, wait.
Oh, now she's back.
I can. I got a message. I
It
can
keeps
say.
saying 3, 2, 1 live.
Oh, it keeps saying that. You keep coming on, but you keep going off.
Yeah.
Well, you're here now.
Well, you know they're on our ass all the time, so that's what it is. We'll have to just.
I have severe confidence issues, Speedy. So if I can do this, you can do this.
Yeah, you can do it. If we can do it, then
Yeah,
you
oh
can
my
surely
God,
do
are
it.
you kidding me? I have a panic attack almost every time we go on here.
Right?
Yeah, it's different, right, Christ? It's Like I can be with people, but on here it's just weird, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Well, Ty's an
you have to
entertainer.
get
He's like,
used to it.
oh, I love it.
Oh yeah, look for it, darling. Look for it all
Yeah,
day.
and
I can do this. I'm gonna change again later. Like this is what I do, darling. This is what it is.
yeah,
Yeah,
super eloquent.
yeah, I
So
know. You gotta give
yeah,
us
that's
some
fun.
pointers.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just
okay.
yeah, and you get used to it. Like that's what I've just been doing it for years now. So I've become accustomed to it now. But it's changed a lot since when we first did it. You know what I mean? It's not nearly the same dynamic. You know.
Yeah,
It was way cooler at
Yeah,
first, though. I mean, that's why they changed it like this because it's
that's
like
more
before
exciting.
we were
Okay,
just
now
killing like
I
this,
lost
just
the
kill
sound.
5 people on a day. Like everyone would just go to different casts and posts, and you get organic following because there was no algorithm for that back then. So it
right.
was you get more and just get bigger and bigger and bigger and reach newer and newer people. And they were like, nope, 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 no. It was right after Trump won too. We were like, nope, nope, we got to control this. This is bad. This is bad news.
Oh yeah,
So.
that was when I met almost all of you guys in 2016,
That was
2015.
the year.
Yeah, I
2016
was
was the
thinking about
year.
that
Oh my
earlier.
God.
2015, 2016 during the last election. I
Oh
think
my
Yeah.
most of
God.
us were like Bernie fans, Bernie
Yeah.
supporters back
Yeah.
then.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
the shame
Um,
of admitting.
I
I
know, I know, I
know
know.
it's so
We're
embarrassing to
human,
admit
darling.
that.
We
Oh
make
my God, I
mistakes, you
believe
know.
in voting.
But no, but see, we learned instantaneously from it because that's why we knew it. Because we're
Yeah.
like, if they don't, we said it. We said it right when they did it to him. We were like, if you don't pick this man, we're gonna let him win. We're gonna let Trump. We told them specifically on camera for months. We said, if you
Oh,
pick
yeah.
this deranged woman, I swear to you, we will let this man win. We will let him win. And they were like, we're gonna pick this deranged woman. We're like, bye.
Yeah.
Tried to warn
Good luck in your journey. Good luck. I am not voting for that cannibalistic crazy woman. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. Not gonna happen.
No, I remember
Blackmail
I
me
was
into that? I
yeah.
don't think so.
I
So
was I was still in America then, and I was in the group in our school. Oh, everybody was against Trump, and I said, no, I hope Trump win. Oh my God, you get all that angriness. Oh, you're totally nuts. Oh, you're totally nuts. He's a bad guy, bad guy. Oh my God. And I said, no, I think he will win. You're crazy. And he
you
won.
and they still think we are, so it doesn't matter either way. But it's
Yeah,
like,
and
you know,
but Trump is always bad. Bad Orange man bad. Whatever he does,
Orange
he's
man
always
bad,
bad.
Orange
Yeah.
man bad.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was the big divide in
But you know
school.
what? We've grown. I still see people still trying to champion for Bernie and
Yeah,
oh
true.
well, I'm gonna fight Biden because that's what like we have to do. It's like, come on, grow up.
And
Yeah.
you're like, do you though? Do you really? Not really, I don't think. But I mean, this is what happens when you're last resort and you're not gonna, they don't want to try, so they have to kind of like placate, and it's just what it
Yeah,
is. So people have to learn the hard way. They really do have to learn the hard way. That's what it is.
yeah, yeah. Creepy Joe Biden.
That cosmic energy is going to be intense on Halloween because there's a full moon on Halloween.
Yeah, it's gonna be really intense.
Oh yeah,
Because
I know.
2020 is a fucking shit show. So
Oh, 2020 is a preview trailer to 2021.
okay, that's real talk. Okay, now we're doing real talk now. Okay, I thought we were just fucking around.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. Yeah, all that survival jokes. It's kind of real.
Okay, that's real. That's real right there.
A lot
Yeah.
going on this year for sure.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I'm very excited about
Yeah.
it. I really am. All the lies have been falling away. People have to show their true selves and rise to the occasion or fall, and it's nice. It's like the Titanic. People just stuck on that ship pretending like it's not going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The holes that
Yeah.
are caved into the Atlantic Sea, and they're like, "But why are you guys
Okay,
getting
the-
off the ship though?"
Yeah, and the politicians are rows on the door, and we're like holding on to their shackles.
Some of us are already trying to get in the
Move
lifeboats,
over,
like
let me
moving away,
hold
and they're like, "What are you guys
Yeah.
doing?" We're like, "Honey, you're on the ship. It's in the water now. What's happening?" They just
You can't
some
share
people
the.
can't do that. Some people will champion it even as it goes down. They will do this.
Yeah,
They're going to
they
go
will.
down with it. I know that
Yeah.
they will.
They
So
play the martyr. They play the martyr. So okay, they
Mhm.
play the victim. Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of that. There's gonna be a lot of it, and they're gonna blame us for it too. That we didn't save them. That we didn't when we were proven to be correct. They're like, "Why didn't you warn us?" And we're gonna be like, "You're gaslighting us. Stop." Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
It's yeah.
No. That's what I tell everybody. It's your responsibility to save yourself. Like I can give you
Yeah.
information, but I can't make
Yeah.
it or do it or prepare. That's your choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can't be their
Yeah.
parents. We just can't.
No.
It's just not our responsibility to do that. It just isn't. I understand
Yeah.
that they've trained us to be in that welfare mode. That's why it's so hard to get my fellow friends off who are kind of similarly dressed or, expressive like me on that train of like, they understand that people need help, but the problem is they want people to do it for them. They want
Yeah.
someone to do that. Like
Yeah.
these people need to help. No, they don't need to do anything. They don't need
Yeah.
to do anything. That's the whole issue. They don't understand that people can't do it for them. They have to do it
No.
themselves. They have
Yeah,
to do it.
then
And then people ask me about law too. They're like, well, what should I do? I'm like, you have to study law. I can't study law for you.
yeah.
Instead
Right.
of saying I can't do it for them, I can only tell them where to go, but they have to do it, and they still won't because it
They know
requires
they won't.
personal involvement.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
No. Yeah. It's like mommy and daddy have to take care for them. It's like it will be like that, and yes, it was.
And it'll make you very easy to manipulate if we're dependent. Like if we're
Oh yeah.
dependent, how can we challenge them if we're dependent on them? How can we challenge them? Like what is our leverage? You know what I mean? They're providing everything for us, so then we can't be arrogant and dependent. And this is my problem with Black Lives Matter. They don't understand. You can't be both of them. You can only be
Yeah.
one. Like that's
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
It's just very bizarre. So, but the energy is healing. As you said, the energy it's changing that dynamic. It will eventually
Yeah.
force the energy to kind of meld or adapt. Or that's the beautiful part about the energy. That's what's beautiful about it.
Yeah, it's true. And yeah. And also what I read that's now they know everything about that how do you androgen the blood drinking how do you call it?
Adrenochrome.
Yes.
Adrenochrome.
It's known everybody knows it by now almost everybody knows, and there was a big article in New York Times. I thought I read it, some article, but then they said tried to hide it, in other words, but it was actually going about that blood drinking from children, and of course they wanted to blame the conspiracy.
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 Yeah, bring that up. Yeah, because they
But
have to try to discredit it. They have to try to
yeah,
discredit it. Especially,
yeah,
and Trump did something specifically which cut the company called 3M, which is an adrenochrome producing an industrial company. So he cut the supply
yeah.
chains to. So that's why that came up. And
Okay.
very interesting because it is an industry. So when people deny adrenochrome, it means they don't really read finance
Yeah,
records, right? Because that is
it
an
is.
actual industry. There's an actual industry of adrenochrome. So that's not contested. So
Yeah,
A lot
and
of
Like,
people don't
go
want to
ahead,
believe
Christy.
it. A lot of
yeah,
people plain flat out don't want to believe it. Evidence right
yeah,
in front of their face.
yeah,
hmm
yeah,
It's too much for
yeah,
them to take in.
yeah. Mentally,
My
that's
family's a lot
psychologically
like
damaging
that.
to accept. Yeah, it's
yeah,
very psychologically damaging to
yeah.
accept
And it
that
was
that's a thing that
yeah.
we do. So
I saw an interview was Trump and interviewers. Yeah, and there are the people like you, and it was about QAnon, and they are trying to get the child traffickers. How crazy is that? And Trump says, "Don't you think it's a good thing they get the people who abuse
and that
children?
was
I
the first
think that's a
question that
good
ever
thing."
even mentioned of that before. Because before, when he said we were going after an ancient child trafficking ring, there was
Yeah,
no follow-up questions at all.
yeah.
Nobody answered a follow-up question. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that
you
was
don't
No.
think that's kind of weird?
crazy.
Like,
Like the
Yeah,
how could you
president of the
not ask
United
a
States
follow-up
just said
question about that?
ancient child trafficking ring, and they were
Right,
like,
yeah,
and what about Biden or whatever?
right.
Like,
yeah.
What are you doing? What are
Stop! Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. Yeah, they're totally
yeah,
panicked. So,
It's so
no, it's
obvious. Like,
crazy.
how could you reveal yourself more than that? Like, and none of the celebrities have said anything. They haven't said anything about it at all. They're not like, oh,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's right, and I stand up for the nope, nothing, not a word, zero.
no.
I'm
They're
like, oh,
fleeing.
guys,
Yeah,
you're just walking into that trap, just
yeah,
walking right in.
yeah,
So sad. That's what I mean. Like, you have to let
yeah,
people self-incriminate. Let the
yeah,
villain, let them all self-incriminate because that's what they're doing. They're turning everyone against them. They're turning on themselves. They will go down
yeah,
for it. They're Tatari
yeah.
Gandhi. They're just
Yes,
destruction. They'll destroy themselves in the end. They will.
yeah,
They really will do
it's
that
true.
themselves. We just have to
Yeah,
wait. We just have to outweight them as they do us. That's
yeah,
because you notice they
yeah,
outweigh our outrage. Anytime we're outraged, they go, and then next cycle of news. Next cycle of news. They just outweigh you. Well,
yeah,
they know
true.
the populace is fickle and will give up. That's what they know. They already
Yeah,
know. So
that's true.
that's what it is. So
but what I don't get though is how one, people don't believe it, like that there's that kind of stuff going on, and two, like why it's so hard to accept, because I remember as a child hearing like, oh, the casting couch, and
Yeah.
like we've heard this
Mhm.
our whole lives. So why is
Yeah.
it so unbelievable now?
Well,
That
because there's levels of it. Because there's things like
True.
sexual
Yeah.
misconduct, and then there's things like they're
Yeah.
eating your child's insides. Like you see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's levels of outrage there. So
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
don't believe the satanic like we're feasting on your children's flesh thing. That's the
Yeah.
part they don't believe.
Yeah.
They do believe in
Right.
molestation and rape. They do believe it. They just don't realize the level to which it's actually gotten to. They have no
Yeah,
idea about that at all.
Yeah.
And the idea of physically processing that they've allowed that colonial secret to manifest and be that way this whole time.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of shame and guilt there. There's a lot of that. You know what I mean? That's an unbelievable prospect that we allowed satanic child pedophiles to be in control of us this long. It's really it's scary. It's really scary.
Mhm.
So I get that. I
we've
get that.
kind of known about that too, right? Like ancient
But we had
Rome,
time to
ancient
adjust to it. We had
Druidism.
time to adjust to it. They didn't have time. Now they're
Right.
just being forced to acknowledge it. Like right now, they have
Yeah,
to.
they're
Now
forced.
you have to accept it. Where we had to like
Yeah.
psychologically deal with that for years. Now they're
Right.
like the idea that this is even happening. They're like they don't even know how to process that. You know what I
No,
mean?
they cannot. No, they can't process it.
They
No,
can't.
they get.
They can't. Not right now. It's too much.
No, they
Eventually,
get totally outraged because I was telling it and they said, "Oh, they were so angry at me. Oh my God, I go to hell, but I will go to hell." They say to me for saying something about those respected
messengers.
people.
Yeah.
And we are the messengers. We are the messenger. Well, by the way, Malachi means messenger. By the way.
Yeah.
Um, So
My
that's why
grandson.
we're the messenger. Oh, is your grandson Malachi? Yes.
Yeah, he's due in October. His name is going to be Malachi.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a
good
great
name.
I
name.
just think
I
of Children
know.
of the Corn when I hear Malachi.
Well, Christine can be the godmother.
Right.
The God. The God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I can.
I have to go back to Ty Nightfall's profile at some point, maybe next 2 weeks. But yeah, right here I'm here for now though. So that profile's a shit show. Okay. Anyway. So because there's so many researchers like us around now, it's so great. That's what I mean. That's why I'm glad to be here at least for a little longer. It was just, this is great. I'm so glad we do this because we're clearly a challenge. You know we're listed on the FBI's website as terrorists, right? Because we crowdsource like this. This is considered
Oh,
terror for the FBI. So
Oh,
Want to hear my
terrorists,
mom's
okay.
why? One of the reasons why I'm so crazy, right? So this is my mom pulled on me on April 1st. She comes in my room. Sue, there's some guy in a suit at the store for you. And I'm like, what? Because they're always like, what you post, you're going to jail. And FBI comes for you.
Yes,
And she
darling.
did that on April Fool's Day. I had a heart attack. I was literally like, oh my God, I'm going to
You're coming.
shit.
You're coming, baby.
Out of my
Oh,
life,
I'm always
right?
prepared for that. I'm always prepared for it. Hunter's always looking around. There's always weird shit parked around, and we live by streets, so like there's always a whole bunch of crazy shit. And I just expect it. And actually, I'm gonna be sitting here smoking when they come in too, and be like, "You're late."
But I was like,
I'll be arrogant. I already know I'm going down. I already know. It's fine.
yeah, but I was really like, thanks, Mom. I have a heart attack thinking I'm about to be thrown in the back of a van somewhere. But yes, that's what I had to deal with growing up.
Oh my God.
I've already had the alphabet boys at my door, and I ended up married. So,
Because you never know who's on your team. You never know. This is why people who get really like caught up in the fear porn are like, but everything's against us. No, you wouldn't have gotten this far otherwise. Clearly, there's people on the inside who just coordinate. We're not organized. Almost organized, and we're not. We're disorganized order, and they're organized chaos. So that's the difference. So.
But Christine talked about it before, and I truly believe this. When you're like actually, you don't even have to be this big spiritual guru or whatever, but when you're just like a good person who doesn't have like evil intentions or bad intentions towards people and really tries to do the right thing or whatever, which we all get angry and mad and say bad things and stuff, but I think when you really do live on that kind of vibration, you are somehow divinely protected, because there's been many situations that could have been the last
That's
situation
true.
I was in,
Yeah,
and somehow I make it out of it. So
Yeah.
I
You're
really,
kind of invisible. You're kind of invisible. Sometimes I feel I'm invisible. I walk in all the shops and I have no mask on, and everybody looks at me and they don't realize I don't have a mask on. I'm just like, okay, she has no mask on. And
That's
really,
the law of attraction, isn't it? Because like attracts like. So
Yeah.
whenever we are open to the possibilities other people are not open to because we're in that vibrational setting, so it puts us in that mode. So it's very, I
Yeah.
mean, you only get ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall
Yeah.
receive. Even that's what it is. So people
Yeah,
just
that's
want
what it is.
immediate results, though. They want, and as you said, they want result, not the process. They're not engaged in the process of something happening, which is
Yeah.
the most exciting
Yes.
part about it. That's the most exciting
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, the journey is actually the most important. The
Yeah.
result, it's yeah, the journey is the way. It's like that.
So, like, this is the part I'll remember. I don't remember what happens as the result of what we've done here, but I'll remember this. This is what I'll remember. Living in the
I don't
moment.
even know
You
what
gotta live in
happened
the
as the
moment.
result.
Mm,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, good. I could bend my hand today. That's good. Okay. Because maybe it's not.
Yeah. But sometimes they ask your address, and you think, and then, oh, I have so many different names already put on the paper, different phone numbers, different addresses, different names, and I call you. I put your names in
It helps.
Belgium.
It does help to have different personas, as you've noticed. It comes in handy. It took me most of my friends. It took them 2 years to actually learn what I look like because I mean, it was like what you guys kind of go through. It's just every time they see me and I'm just in a different outfit,
Yeah,
and so sometimes I could like wear not like regular like just sweats and like a t-shirt and
yeah.
a hat and just like walk by them in public and they'd have no idea. So
But it's so stupid because you have to give your idea. I mean, your name and address. And I said, they don't ask my passport. They don't ask proof that what I'm writing down is correct. No, I just can write whatever I
just
can
right, yeah.
write.
This is what people do it most of the time. Yeah, that's
But
what
all
it
our
is.
names
Yeah.
confuse the shit out of them. Like, what? How was she in Belgium today?
Yeah.
It's mystery. All right. Okay, I gotta get ready for Danielle's cast. I love you guys so much.
Okay,
I'll
I
Yeah,
love you
that's
follow you
fun.
guys again soon.
That's
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
great. We
it's
should
good.
do it more.
That was fun. Yeah,
Yes,
thank
indeed. We
you.
have to now. So I love you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I love your.
Okay. Bye bye.
Fashion, darling. Fashion. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Okay.
Christ.
Voila.
Talk
Yeah,
I
before you
can't see
sweat
good.
to
you,
death in that
Susan.
car.
Yes.
Huh?
I said talk before you sweat to death in that car.
Oh, you know what? Like, it took me a minute, but all I had to do was just turn the vent off that my phone is attached to, and I
Oh,
could leave
okay,
the other
good.
ones on. I realized that after I was sweating.
Good. I was like, oh my
I
God,
got my
she's gonna
dog
die
back
in
here
that car. I
too.
know.
So I was like, I don't want to kill my dog.
Yeah, not worried about herself. Her dog.
Well, he's got a fur coat on.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh my God, yeah, it must be warm. Okay. Yeah. So,
I can't see Susan. I can
Oh
only
no,
see Christine.
no? Okay,
I'm
I can
here.
see all three. I can see all three.
Yeah, I can see all
Yeah.
three too.
So,
Maybe because you're on your phone.
yeah,
Maybe
probably.
so.
I'm the computer. Okay. So, okay. Now we have it
Now we're
out
all
of.
talked now.
Yeah,
I know, and I
okay.
was so happy Christ finally came on.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I'm just sitting
Yeah.
here
We have
eating
to.
grapes.
Okay, somebody has to give an impulse from the group or something. Or-
Impulse.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about?
I can't see comments either.
Yeah, I can't see
Yeah.
comments right now
Yeah,
either.
I can see comments, but very vaguely. I have to. But yeah, okay. Anyhow, that
Gerard
was
was attaching the comments, but
yeah. Okay, maybe he can
He's
join. So
probably
he can,
pinging.
it's,
Is it
yeah,
over? No, it says
yeah,
in stream.
it's still in stream. Maybe he can. Gerard, come, because he can put a topic in. Yeah, come.
I don't even know what we're laughing about. But
She was like, come, Gerard. Like calling him. Oh, poor Gerard. That's so
like you say to a puppy, like come. Yes.
Hey,
Oh,
Gerard.
yeah, he
Yeah.
has to be. Maybe he's team. This has been a
Maybe
long
on
time.
three.
Maybe yeah.
Maybe he's going number 2.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
Even
it's
though
been a
he
while.
probably would have taken his phone in there with
God.
I was afraid it would turn on. That, yeah, that would have been a show.
him.
Okay. Anyhow. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah,
Life,
different. Yeah.
planets, astrology,
Planets.
corn.
No God. No God.
Trying
No.
to go.
I
No
I can think of a
eggplant.
million things to say, and then I guess when you get on, you just go blank. Huh?
Yeah, that happens all
Yeah.
the time, especially when she drops out and I'm by myself. I'm like, oh my God, I have no thoughts. It's completely
No,
blank.
yeah. It's not so easy to come up like to keep on talking. I mean, now I can see it's such a gift. Like Gerard and Ty and all those and Chris, they talk non-stop. I mean, it's like they can't stop
Mm-hmm.
talking. And how do they do it? It's just like, oh my God, yeah, non-stop
Is
talking.
Courtney still here? Does she know you're here? I
Where
love
is
you
Courtney?
guys, by the way. All of you guys, our little group.
Yeah,
I really love
yeah,
you guys. Like, you make my day. When my phone at work, like,
yeah.
it's in my pocket on vibrate and my butt vibrates, and I'm like, it's my girls.
That's so sweet.
And I just get so
Okay,
happy. I really love you guys.
yeah,
Like, I think we're
me
a
too.
great positive group.
Yeah, really, it's nice. Yeah, it's family.
I
It's
think
all.
more
we can
women need
we,
to
we
do
can
that.
change the world.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So yeah, I'm a bit. Huh. Silence.
Try.
Silence. We need some input.
Yes.
Up,
Uh-oh.
up. Some phone is falling.
Um,
He's hungry.
I could go show y'all the garden.
Oh yeah, do that.
Let me see. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Foul. Okay. Now she will join soon. Oh, you're frozen, Susan. Now I'm the only one. Well, then I think it's time to. Susan, you have to click again. I think it's time to leave because we don't know what to talk anymore, and it's 2 o'clock almost here. It's 4 o'clock. We are talking, so I think I let somebody else join the garden tour. Yeah, I don't know. It fell. Okay, I have nothing to say. Somebody else come in. I'm done. I'm totally done. I don't know what to talk about. Um, I can see. I think I have. I'm going. I'm going off. It's 4 hours. It's been long enough. Otherwise, I think yeah. And Gerard is not there. Maybe he's in his cotton picking because what time is it there? No, it's 8 o'clock. Um, and Susan is not coming on. Christ is not coming on, and I think I'm going to leave. And then nobody is speaking. I'm speaking to myself, but that's weird. Um, I, I think I will leave. So I think I don't need. I'm alone now. See, actually, for me, show is over. There's nobody joining. We have 4 hours talking, and I think we had a it has been long enough. Oh, there is Christ.
I'm
Okay.
here. I'm out in the garden.
Okay, nice. Wow, it's a big garden.
Yeah, it's my
So,
backyard.
yeah.
Lots of different basils here. Sweet basil, lemon basil.
Nice. Wow, wow. Nice,
Oh,
nice.
it's so wonderful.
It
Wonderful.
is. And nice and
Oh, my
clean.
green beans, they've all dried out, but you know, they don't survive in 100-degree weather.
Oh, too hot.
This is
So
all
deep. Who has a
garlic
voice?
chives here.
Yeah, but you have a hot weather in Texas, isn't it? Is it not always hot almost there?
Yeah, not always. It gets cold in the winter.
Okay.
Where the chickens at?
I don't have any more chickens. They died.
Did you eat them?
Eaten
No.
by fox? By a fox or something? Or a bird? Or a...
But check out this rosemary plant. Well, this is me. This is how big it is. It's huge.
Oh, wow. How old is it?
About, gosh, I want to say about 7, 8 years old now. So
Wow.
it's pretty established. This is some garlic chive in here.
Oh, good.
That's
That's yummy.
it's flowering. This is peasant pea, but the bees love it. Lavender over here.
Nice.
This is all marjoram here. This is some sage. Need to cut
Wow.
all this back. This is Mexican mint. Oh my God, it's to die for. I love it.
Ooh, tell me about Mexican mint. I've never had Mexican mint. Is that mojito mint?
No.
What's
This is
Mexican
regular
mint?
mint right here.
That's kind of racist, but what is it? Sounds delicious.
I guess it's just a mint plant that grows well in Mexico and surrounding areas.
Use it for like
It's got,
tea? What do you?
yes, I just eat it plain. It has a real subtle mint flavor. It's not as strong as regular peppermint.
Ooh, you
This
might have
here
to
is
send me some
Wow.
this is
A big
called white
garden.
savory. It's
White
really
sage?
good. No, white savory.
Mhm. Okay.
It's flowering. God, I got this little thing. I bought it at a plant sale. That was one of the last plants left. I bought a bunch of them that day, and for next to nothing. And all it was just a little stick left to it, and I stuck it in the ground, and I thought it had died a couple times, and it's just come back, and it's doing wonderful now. That was about 3 years ago. It survived the winters, and it's doing good. This is good for men who have problems ejaculating too quickly.
Why did I know that was coming? I knew it was coming. I knew it literally. I knew that was coming.
Okay, like I did not know that up until like maybe about 2-3 months ago. I was reading up on it, and I was like, "Oh dear."
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
This is the rest of the backyard.
You don't have a Texas accent. That's not what I expected. Where's your twang at?
I lost it somewhere. I never had it. It sounds ignorant to me. Now, women can get away with it. Men, when they have that southern deep accent, yeah. I do say a few things that come out with a twang. Y'all. I say y'all. But I'm consciously aware of it every time I say that. I'm like, should I say it or not? Yeah, this is where my backyard is falling off into the creek, about 30 feet out. There's a creek that runs back there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and I can see some mushrooms over there. I just don't know how I would get to them.
Yeah, speaking of mushrooms, we could have our mushroom person on, but she
Yeah,
disappeared.
where is she? Because she has more to say now about yeah, mushrooms. Can you go in the creek swimming, Chris?
No, I wouldn't go in this creek swimming.
Okay.
It's got a lot of runoff and a lot of trash in it because the freeway just runs just
Okay.
on the other
Yeah.
side. I'll take you to the other part of the gardens.
A swimming pool?
Yes, and
Oh,
it's deep.
nice. Yeah,
Ooh,
nice. Oh, wow. We have a lot of land too.
we got places to go, so maybe I don't need to go to FEMA Camp 12. I'm gonna go hang out with y'all.
Some more of that savory. Here's some peppers down here. I'm not even sure what type of pepper this is. This little bitty red pepper. Oh man, they're good and hot.
Is that
Really
a
hot.
jalapeno? I can't see it.
It's not jalapeno. They're tiny.
Hmm.
A lot of this area right here would be considered weeds, but yeah, the bees love them, so I keep them.
Mhm.
Here's my sunflower.
Wow. Yeah, I saw it. Nice.
They're tall.
Oh, what is that, like 13, 14 feet?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
about 12, 14 feet.
Okay.
My zinnias.
Oh, nice.
I got my echinacea. I've cut most of the tops off for next year.
Hmm.
Go around the side.
Wow.
See why I
That's
don't walk barefoot around here? I
too
would
much
love to
thorns.
walk barefoot,
Yeah.
but like I
Yeah.
live in snake country and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
there's lots
Sure.
of
You
places
do.
for snakes to hide.
Like gardeners or poisonous?
Both. There's a lot of water moccasins, copperheads around here. My daughter actually got bit by a copperhead about 9 years ago. Her foot
Ouch.
still isn't right. All this right here is all echinacea. With Susie, black-eyed Susan's
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
This is Susan with the brown eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Of dark-eyed Susan.
Back
Nice.
again.
And
Oh, there
these
she again.
echinacea leaves, these echinacea leaves, oh, they're so good. They're so good. They're to die for.
What do you do with them?
You eat
I
them
eat
raw?
them.
No, I mean,
You can
you
make
make
things.
teas with them, you're cooking with them, you're just eating them raw.
They have a great texture. They
Because
have
you
a
can
really
use.
good texture, and they're great for your immune system.
Yeah, they are. But you can make tincture from it. So, like oil, yeah, essential oil. Put it in your tea
Mm-hmm.
for your skin. Good skin cream.
Over to the
Ah,
mushroom.
there you are.
I told Susan to come back because you had some mushrooms to show us.
Ah,
What?
the mushrooms
We
are
need to
down in the
know.
creek.
Well, we
Tuesday
gotta
through
get
Thursday.
closer. Don't worry about the snakes. You gotta get Gerard some magic mushrooms. We're all gonna take magic
I
mushrooms.
knows about the mushrooms.
All you gotta
I'm not the only mushroom fan over here.
all you gotta do to say to Susan is mushrooms. She pops back in.
Yeah, I get very excited.
They're very nice. They're very nice, darling. Yeah, sorry I'm backing. I said time to kill before she comes on. I was like, fuck it.
But
We're here. We're gonna do more of this.
I want to do something about mushrooms too, because like we all talk about the magic mushrooms and we know what they do, but actually, you know, that can get very intense and deep and stuff. But mushrooms, the oldest evidence of mushrooms is 1.7 billion years, right?
Mhm.
Wow.
And this planet is 4 billion years old. And at
Mhm.
some point, the genetic human code broke from mushrooms. So I really think it's almost
Wow.
like a communicator through like they knew the earth, you know, they knew the universe,
Yes.
and they communicate
probably.
with us, and show us things when we ingest them.
They have the whole existence from everything in their code, probably.
Yeah,
Well,
Yes,
specifically from
all-
that, because the oldest living like plant life is fungus. That's the biggest and
Right.
oldest is fungus. So yeah,
right. Yeah, we are fungus, and now all of a
Exactly.
sudden we're scared of dirt.
Oh yes.
right.
mm.
And that's when we have those reactions to it. It's like, oh yeah, there's the third eye. There it went. Like, you know, there's a
It's
penile
separated.
gland, darling. I just forgot about it there for a minute.
Yeah,
There's a fungus among us.
exactly. We're all fungus.
So,
So don't be scared.
guys,
to get
yeah, I'm
You
gonna
know-
leave because it's 2
And-
o'clock here, and I have to get early up tomorrow morning. So
Okay.
nice talking to you
Bye.
guys.
See you
Love
later.
you,
So much,
Christine.
Christine. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Good night.
Sandy,
she
I
said
see
good
you
for
said the
her,
purple
so-
coneflower. That's echinacea. Yeah, purple coneflower. But
The makeup looks
you
weird.
know, and the way mushrooms spread, they put their spores all throughout the air, and of course they get inside of us. I wonder if we're affected by that in subtle ways. Does it release chemicals to make us act certain way, or feel certain way, or respond certain ways? And the same thing with different viruses or bacterias.
I guess that's true for anything pollinated, any kind of pollinating plant, which is actually relatively new to the earth. Plants really weren't pollinating before. That's not really how they worked, but it's interesting how even all of that changes too. So
Yeah,
I had shared a meme that we're basically all house plants with complicated feelings.
yes, pretty much.
Basically what we are.
Well, your body uses everything that goes in it, whether you eat it, breathe it, put it on your skin. So we are eating mushrooms, breathing them in. So I guarantee that your body is definitely utilizing it in some way. Every mushroom, probably. What'd you say, Susan? They said that all mushrooms are edible, but some are only edible once.
Yeah.
I really like that one a lot.
Did you see that? I have the most poisonous mushroom in North America growing in my backyard.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, so some of them can kill you, right? And some of them can heal you. The lion literally repairs and regrows brain cells.
Mhm.
And were we ever really taught like lion's mane is really good for you? You should eat it. It breaks down the amyloid plaque that causes Alzheimer's. So why aren't we eating this like on a regular basis while we're young?
Eating, honey. We don't even know our own bodies. I guarantee you 75% of adult grown men can't locate their kidney in their own body. I guarantee you they can't.
True.
I mean, that's the level of ignorance we're talking about. We don't even know where our organs are located in our own bodies. They don't teach it to us. They don't teach it to us. So we
No,
don't bother.
I have no idea what my if hell or high water something happens and Gerard, point to your kidneys. I'ma die. I'm gonna tell you, it's me right here, Ty. You got me right here. You got me. I'm pretty sure I know where the heart and lungs is at, but if Crystal was dying, Gerard, take her kidneys out.
You're like, is it this thing? That's the gallbladder. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So no wonder we don't know how to eat anything, because we don't, especially ignorant people like me that live in the city. And I try to challenge my fellow city friends. What is this plant called? They're like, plant? What's that? I'm like, okay, never mind. Never mind.
Bugs getting on those things anyway. Look, hey, listen, but the 300-pound gorilla in the room is I'm trying to figure out in the backyard, where's my tent gonna go? Because this is where I'm going in the apocalypse. Y'all see, she got a pool and all kind of plants and vegetables. And you got to tell the boyfriend, listen, y'all do whatever you want. Just leave a little spot for me in the tent.
Yeah, I got a little backyard. I got a backyard. We got it. We got it situated over here.
We,
So.
we need to make a map. We need a doomsday map of where we
Yes.
can run when the zombies start walking. Everybody gets cured.
Well, I told
Yeah,
you
that underground.
that before, libraries, people underestimate, because like if say the internet gets cut off or the power goes out or something, don't go looting wherever. Go to your library, because there's how-to books, DIY books, maps of how to get around the city, maps of the states. Like, so, you know,
That's why you were
the
on
local
my
library
zombie
is the
apocalypse
survival
tip.
tip.
Well, that's what I mean. Everybody has those in their own way, and because everybody has specialized fields from what they were studying, that's why we're considered dangerous. That's why we're dangerous for the FBI, because we are doing the same thing the FBI is doing. We're just doing it in benefit of everybody, as
Right.
opposed to trying to control them with that information. So we're literally direct opposites of them. Literally direct opposites. Just a lot more productive. And we outnumber them billions to one. So they can never really get many people because there's just too many. There's just too many by this point. So
I'm going for the solar panel.
Self-sufficiency has become domestic terrorism.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Or has it always been?
Oh, here we go. Here we go now. Here we go.
It's a deep rabbit hole. How
Get
far
the
we
real
gonna go?
shit. That's real
Yeah.
shit. That's real shit.
There's
Yeah,
a
because
reason why they
people do that
started
a lot. Where they
taxing
think that
land.
they think we were either freed from slavery or brought back to it or something. I was like, no, we were never freed. That never happened. That never happened. That was never a thing.
And
So
what's crazy is we were never bought here. We were
yeah,
already here.
I tried to
That's
tell
the
people for months.
crazy part.
Gerard, you were there. I
Insane.
spent 2 years trying to tell people we were not. Do you know how many people literally vitriolically attacked me over that shit? They're like, you're denying the slave trade. I'm like, no, I think that didn't happen. And then we kept trying to question them, and they were like, did that actually happen? I'm like, it didn't. It didn't happen. They lied to us about that whole thing. The whole thing, darling. We were totally here the entire time. We sure were. And they tricked us off of our land using law. We became indentured servants and prisoners of war. Yeah, that's what
There
happened.
is
And you know why they did that? You know why they did that? So we would not have claim to the ancestral states of this land. That's why they did it.
Go on and take it back to the land.
That's why they did it. And it worked out.
Nailing it.
We trained the new settlers how to do it, and then they used those settlers to then move us off, and then betrayed all of us continuously as one. It was brilliant, brilliant plan.
And now nobody owns any land,
Anything.
anywhere.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
You know what got me? I uploaded the other day. I was listening to a talk, and he was talking about how in Chichen Itza they found the that painting. I think it's my on my wall somewhere, but it's a painting of a war where the Celts were fighting the Mayans with the Africans.
Yes.
Like all three were in America having this war, and there were multiple paintings. And like it's evidence that everybody was here. Everybody was here partying, killing each other, eating each other.
And mixed. Everyone was already mixed by that point. I'm 7% Irish.
They deleted all that history. They're like, oh, we're dummies. They're like, we're being raised in school, and in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue and found a country. Everybody was here. Columbus was the last guy to get here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It was taught to us in reverse. His story. History. Yeah.
Well, even America is named after Amerigo Vespucci, who was an Italian who was here before Columbus. So,
which is to serve the actual name, which is known as Amexem or Turtle Island.
Yeah, Amexem.
So.
Is that what they mean when they keep saying Turtle Island? Because Turtle Island is
because the United States is shaped like a turtle. When you see the outline of us with us in Canada with the tail end down there, all of that is Turtle Island. That's all. We are all Aborigines of this land. So that's what they meant by it. That's why the Moors call themselves Moors. It means copper toned Aborigines of this land. That's what the Moors are. And copper means everybody. That doesn't mean black. It means copper. that means the natives and like the Mexicans, everybody. That's what it means. So
we are everybody anyway. It's just some of us
exactly. That's why we claim nationalities, not colors. That's why we do that. The color thing is a caste system that just came up out of somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Like we were never identifying ourselves as black and natives, and we never did that. That was something that one group did, and then we started acquiescing to, and that was the problem. That's the issue here. So.
Now, and here we are in 2020, and we are literally still talking about people's skin color. It boggles my
Black
mind.
and white are law terms, not skin colors.
Yeah. But now we know that, because before, did you know it? Because I didn't know any of this shit back in the day. I had no idea. No idea at all. And now that we do, oh, well, that explains a lot. Now we know how to fix it. Now we know how to. Because before we didn't know how. There's no recourse of action. And now we know, oh, you guys just lied to us the whole time. Is that what that was? I see education isn't a thing because nobody went to school before a certain part in history. Out of nowhere it was mandatory. I mean, everybody was educated before then, so clearly we didn't need school. So clearly it's not for us. Like all of that, it just unraveled within the past decade. Like all of that's just all the pillars are falling. Hollywood's falling, academia's falling. So it's just all of it, one after the other. So
I'm still getting in trouble over the white slavery stuff. I wanted to study that. I was trying to figure out, what is this? And I finally dug into it. Come to find out, they were real treating the British and the English real bad. The Barbary pirates, corsairs took over 1 million people into slavery in Africa, right? But we were never taught that in school. And that's why every time I meet these young people, I want to blow apart the narrative. And I tell them right from the jump, so you just need to study it. Stop with the victimism. Stop with the we were slaves, blah, blah. Everybody come from slaves. Everybody was a slave. Everybody owned slaves.
Yes.
Let it go, move forward, get the land back, just stay focused.
And just study like the words that they use. You know what I mean? Like black means slave. That's what it means. It's a chattel term. So I mean, it's just about its historical and etymological history. Along with slave means Slavic. That's where the term slave comes from, the Slavic. So the white people were actually the first ones. The pale-faced ones were the first slaves for that reason, because obviously everyone was brown-skinned and melanin came from those areas where you'd have to be that. So, I mean, it's all just how the narratives were taught to us. That's all it was. It's not like everything's untrue. It's just the way that they taught it to us was not true. It's like the Holocaust did happen, but not the way they said it happened. You know what I mean? That's like that. It's kind of like that.
Truly enough for somebody to hold up.
When people are out there protesting for BLM, they're basically saying slaves' lives matter too.
Yes. Yeah. And the Moors have corrected them on this several times.
Masters. They're championing a term.
Yes, they're championing a slave term given to them by their masters.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, by the way, so is the rest of you when you call yourselves white. White is also a slave chattel.
Right.
Yes.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
It is. So is Native American. So these are census titles. Census. Look up the history of the census. Dane Calloway on YouTube. You'll learn where these terms came from. And when you agreed to call ourselves these terms in law, they moved us off the land with these terms by promising and acquiescing. So they didn't just force us off; they tricked us off. You see how they did it? They tricked us off via consent, contract, and manufacturing. That's how they did it. So people can't just scream and protest. They can't just scream and protest at the government. They have to understand how they did it in the first. And they were very subtle. They were very nefarious. They were very insidious. They weren't overt. You notice rich people don't scream. You notice that? Powerful people don't. They don't have to. They have power. That's how people don't understand who they're fighting. They think this is like a Marvel movie where they can just punch somebody to death. This is not how this works. It's just not, honey. So.
No, but that's how they get you. They get you to embrace your own slavery. They get you to embrace your own master. They give you pride in your own, you being a slave and chattel for it. You know, that's why I'm glad that you explained it, because when you say I'm black and I'm proud, you basically said that you're a slave and you're proud to be a slave and you have pride for it. And this is the whole history of the Moors, right?
Yeah.
Everybody to a degree was a Moor, if you, I guess, use the term correctly.
Yes, and Moors don't disinclude pale-skinned people. They don't disinclude that. It's a status. So you can be that. You are that ancestrally.
Right. And there's a law behind that. So, right. So the Moroccans had a treaty with America going back, and I forgot the date, where you had people who were freeing themselves. They're saying, hey, listen, I'm not no African American. I'm not no black. I'm a Moor. You know, there's a treaty with America. You can't treat me as though I'm a slave. And a lot of people freed themselves with that. Yes. That's the same kind of thing today. People have to free themselves. The land belongs to you. It does not belong to the United States Incorporated. It doesn't belong to whoever claims that they own it. It belongs to you, but we consent to all of it. We consent to say we don't want the land. It's your land. So of course, Pfizer probably owns land. Maybe the pharmaceutical industry do. I don't know who really technically owns it, but we
But
consent
we still own
that
it. We still own it because remember they got it fraudulent, and there is no statute of limitations on fraud. So they will go down. They will go down.
A contract is a meeting of the minds, and when somebody's committing part of that contract under fraud and deceit, it makes the contract null and void.
Null and void. They have to give full disclosure.
So they
which
don't
they did not
own
do.
our land.
Yeah,
they
they
don't own this land.
But they only do if we we're the debtor, if we're the creditor, that's different. But that's a whole different, you know what I mean? That's why people need to study how they got to this position in the first place. Not just literally emotionally, but like legally the sequence of events that led to it. You know what I mean? Because we did acquiesce to them. We did actually consent to them doing this. We did. So it's just a matter of how we did so and reverse engineering it. That's really all there is to it. So
learning the
like
proper language to remedy it.
mm-hmm.
Right. When protesters actually get upset about people being shot by police, they're gonna go home and they're gonna read, or they're gonna go out and buy seeds. That's how you know they're pissed off. When you're pissed off, you're not pissed off when you're out begging your master for relief.
Yes,
you're not
exactly
pissed off when you're begging a government that wants you to go out there and protest. When you're finally pissed off, you're just gonna walk away. You're gonna stop believing in it.
Well,
and you're
maybe it's not that they're not angry. It's just that they're not taking it seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
like
they're angry, but they don't know who to direct their anger to.
And here's the thing. And they don't need to direct their anger at somebody. They need to direct it at themselves.
Yes, exactly.
They're directing it. They're outsourcing blame to other people. That's the problem.
Exactly.
That's
because no matter what, in this system, if you participate in the system, you have no control over your own life.
Well, because you've consented to, because you've taken this corporation seriously as a government, but it's not.
Right.
It is a corporation pretending to be a government.
Governing corporation.
So
it is the United States corporation, and because they're the United States corporation, they have to give you a kind of money because they can't handle real money because they're not a real government. So they have to give you a fiat currency.
Right.
See how they did it? This is how they did it. This is how they did it.
Thus the digital dollar coming.
They can't handle real money. They're not allowed to. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it.
I heard a good joke about after the economy collapse, the new fur trade will be fans only.
Yes. And I know some people in the fur trade, and they're doing well. They're doing well, darling. So
I'm not even quite sure what fans only is, but I know it's not good.
It's debauchery. I don't have one because I don't need one, but still, I have a lot of friends that do. You know, and
yeah.
It is. Well, I won't get one because hypersexualization, which I'm trying to get my fellow liberal friends to kind of ease up on the sexualization of everything, because you know how we get. So
I know people are going to be disappointed when they realize there's not 75 genders.
Yeah,
I was trying to stop my sexual innuendos. It's just so hard, though.
I don't stop it, darling. I mean, I'm open sexual slut, you know I am, but I'm also not hypersexualized, you know? So, like, I know there's a limit. Like, some liberals don't understand, like, why can't this be around children? We're like, you know why.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You know when they're acting naive about something? Like, don't be naive. You know why you can't do this around kids. You know very well why. So...
Yeah, me and Gerard have been hermits for 4 years, so sorry.
But productive hermits. You've been very productive.
This whole social distancing thing, that's not a thing. A lot of people been doing that a hell of a long time before y'all. We just stay away from people. Ooh, is that a person? Oh, damn, that's a person.
Oh, damn.
See 2 legs and some arms and stuff. Hell no. Go
find a bush. Over here.
I love you from over here.
Stay there.
Yeah.
Unite independently at your homes.
Yeah.
Here's my theory. I'm thinking a lot of people are waking up to, United States being a corporation, and they're fighting back. They're taking it to law.
Yes.
And they're winning,
Yes.
And I'm thinking that a big reason for this whole shutdown worldwide is due partly because of that, is because of the people fighting back.
Yes.
So, I mean, they don't have much of a recourse without it just completely unraveling, the whole house of cards coming down.
It has to,
Mm.
because that's how we learned things were actually connected to each other. We became more paranoid in a good way. That's exactly what it is. Seeing connections between things that are seemingly unconnected, which is paranoia. That's what that is. That's why they talk bad about it so much, because we can see the links between how their system operates. Like it's a machine. It's a big machine.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Whatever it is, I love it. I love
Which
it. I'm
means
sorry.
we're winning.
I don't like
Yeah.
when people die, but guess what? The United States Incorporated, it needed to die. The American dollar
It did.
needed
Yeah.
to die.
It was
Badly
inevitable.
over, right?
It was
Because,
inevitable.
like, to me, you know, and getting into kind of like the Christian type stuff, I think we're in hell and nobody told us. I think we're already in hell. How is living here any worse than hell? Like every day you get
I
up to
agree
make money, people have to die. People have to be bloodlet in other countries for your resources, for your phone, for your car, for the oil, for the lights. Everything that we need requires blood. There's nothing in hell that's worse than that. Children have to die and be starved,
See?
you know, for us to just exist. And most of us ain't even existing. It's not like we're living great. So no, to me, we're already in hell. This system had to burn. It needs to die. I don't agree with shut down for politics, but I damn sure agree with shut down to let this death engine come to a halt.
You did literally quote the Bible though just now, because that's what the Bible says. The Bible does say that you send yourself to hell. That is what it is. And they shall crawl on their belly into the kingdom of darkness. They have to drag themselves there. Nobody throws you there. That's exactly what it is. Hell's a making of your own creation. We are manifesting.
I believe heaven and hell are right here with us. You know, it's
we
what we
manifest
want to live in.
It's what we create.
Exactly.
And also this lockdown is kind of backfiring. Like it's a desperate attempt, right, to keep their power.
Yeah.
And it's kind of backfiring in their face too, because like even my parents are severely indoctrinated and, you know, watch news all the time. And even they're like, this mask is bullshit. Like, I don't understand. It makes no sense. So even people that still kind of follow the narrative are starting to question the narrative.
Yes, because the cabal were bound to overstep one time, and they do that a lot. They usually retract a bit just to test the waters. Shock doctrine, darling. Shock doctrine. They just got to throw it out, see what you do. They're like, oh, okay, we even think you do that. Let's see what you do. They test us. They like to test, see what's going on, you know, and also hide their crimes too. As you notice, all those CEO resignations and all that, they got to hide all that shit. They got to hide it in the background, make sure that they think society is still functioning. And you know a lot. The society is about to collapse. The more laws that are made. That's how you know.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know it's done. We're like the Borg, honey. The resistance is futile. They're just playing their case now. That's all it is to it. Waiting out the clock.
Like Spain with the Spanish Inquisition, once they started burning people at the stake, it became, that's when they fell. It's always that last really dramatic grab for power that makes it all collapse.
And they have to. They have to, because they have to test how strong. At a certain point, when you're a dictator, then you just do it just to see if you can do it, to see how far you can go. It's not even about an interest thing at that point. You're just like Saddam Hussein in that way. It's like they just kind of get overpowered, and you just want to see what you can do. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Well, and beautiful in that they actually can't force you to take a vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
So they can compel you. They can stop you from getting a driver's license. They can stop you,
manipulate, blackmail.
They cannot force you to. And so the beauty of that is, if you want to stay functional, you want to drive a car, you got to correct your status. You got to be a traveler on the road. And so this is pushing people in the right direction of taking back their sovereignty.
Yes,
so
which is them being a private citizen versus a U.S. citizen, because U.S. citizens don't have any rights. They have no laws, or they have no rights at all. They have no rights. They're chattel property. You want to be a private citizen. You open a private trust, and that's how the rich are able to be rich, because they follow the law. They've removed themselves out of Caesar's public square and into their own square where the government cannot involve with them. That's how they do it. So they're not evading it. Well, they are evading it, but they're doing it in the right way. It's just people don't know or care about business. So they think that therefore everyone's just corrupt and stupid. I'm like, no, you just don't know business. You don't care. They're doing commerce law. That's what they're doing. So.
Yes. Law stands for land, air, and water.
Yes.
I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah, indeed. Well, because there's maritime law, There's
whenever
land law,
you
there's
go
civil,
into a
there's all.
court,
Crystal
you're
bombs.
basically in Admiralty water law.
Exactly.
All
Right.
you have to do is just ask the court, look, who wrote these civil laws, and am I their property
Mhm.
for them to enforce those civil laws against?
Yes, and then that's why, and you know, and when you know all these terms, when you guys buy your Black Law Dictionary, you'll learn what all these terms. Marshall, you never learned what all these terms mean. Court and all, like, you have to learn what all these mean in history, like what they actually mean, and then you'll understand
Yes.
how they're used. That's exactly it. So
Beautiful time we live in. You got one way to say it. You got
plenty
one
of
way
time.
to say
Like,
it.
that's what I do all day, as you can tell. That's all I do all day. When people say they don't have resources, they can't do it. I'm like, clearly I'm able to do it. So clearly you're just lazy. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
But people don't want to do it.
Nothing has prevented me from learning any of these things. I don't know why people just don't do it. You could do it. So
No, learning
love
doesn't
what,
cost anything.
Who said? Chris Lewis said. I love what he said. He said, You vote because you're lazy. That's all.
Mhm.
You vote because you're a coward. You don't want to do it yourself. You want to go pull a lever and go sit on your couch and watch Netflix and then blame whoever you elected to not do what you want them to do.
because
it's
only
not their
bored
job.
people are slaves. If you're bored, you're a slave. That's all that is. Only slaves are bored.
If you won't govern yourself, you will be governed.
Be governed by somebody. That's
Mhm.
it.
Lesser.
And they'll prevent you from. They'll make you sit in a box all day, which is what they're doing. So slaves.
What is bar? You
So,
are like the British something something. What does bar stand for?
but my cell looks fantastic, darling. I have so many things. All the things, darling. The things.
Yes, all the fashion.
I know you
Fashion.
inspired me to go get some summer dresses to wear to nowhere.
See, you know I
I
love
get
me
to
a
wear
girl
in my
summer dress.
backyard.
You know
It's
what I mean?
awesome.
I will just rock a summer dress all day. And I like when people give me shit. Some people do, not a lot, but some people give me shit for it too, and I think it's funny. I'm like, oh, I love dresses, honey. I was like, I'm going to put on more of them. Just more. All day, darling. Dresses, dresses, dresses. Love them. Absolutely.
Funny, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. Like Bigfoot, his name is Daryl. That still blows me away. You gotta go do some homework, man. That's all you gotta do. There's so much to mermaid. Did y'all know? Did y'all see the jellyfish? There's a was it Exxon? There was a drilling rig. They had a camera down there, and this big monster jellyfish that's like 100 feet long with like cracking arms. They took a picture of it. There's just so much to see. There is so much about this planet, and we don't know a damn thing about a damn thing.
This
Yeah, well,
man.
we don't even know ourselves, let alone
Yeah.
what's around us. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This has been
it's
a
sad,
long
really.
process.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Don't do that.
That's what,
It's
like,
gonna
people
take
are
a
like, oh, you're so positive and spiritual. If people could see in my head, I'd probably be committed because I'm very crazy too.
Yeah,
It's
see,
not all love
we're not blinded by the love light psyop where we're all just love and light all the time. Like, no, sometimes you gotta whip some ass and take some names and do all
Yeah,
that. Speak softly, but never sell your sword, darling. Never sell your sword. So
And be ready. Be ready. Like I told them, hey, ain't nobody put no vaccine in me. You can say you can do everything you want to do.
sorry, that was me.
Anything you want to say. But
party time.
ain't never coming to me. You better bring Paul, Mike, John, Larry, and they better put the donuts down because it's gonna be some fun. I'm gonna put on maybe some AC/DC, Hell's Bells, or maybe Prince Purple Rain. I haven't decided what my Let the State Kill Me music is gonna be. But I'm gonna do
Mine's
that.
gonna be Joy to the World by Whitney Houston, so that's gonna be awesome.
But you better bring everybody because I'm not the one. As long as I live here, I will be under my own power. I'll determine what I want to do and when I want to do it. When y'all are done with me, come on to the house. You know where I live. But
Right.
there ain't no way. You Bill Gates, the 400,000 people he maimed in India. Did y'all hear about that?
And they're trying to scrub it from the internet. They're trying to scrub it.
Yeah, that was years ago
Everywhere. It's
too.
on one site, like I said.
And so that's
No.
why when people talk us down to us about science, we're like, oh, so you're saying that brown people in India are wrong, though, right? All those people and their children are wrong about Bill Gates? Are they? Are you sure? Was Haiti wrong? Was Haiti wrong? Let's see if Haiti was wrong. Go challenge those brown people. Those brown people matter. Let's see if they do. Let's
No,
see
they
if
don't.
they do.
No, they don't. It only matters if a white cop kills a black dude. It matters. But if a black cop kills a black dude, your life don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Black people kill black people, your life don't mean nothing. Black people die in war, your life don't mean nothing. Black people in Africa, your life don't mean. Black people in India, your life don't mean. So obviously it's a political organization. Somebody told me that the other day. They said if you go on their website and you click to donate, it takes you to the DNC website. They
Yeah.
don't even hide.
Yep. Act Blue. Yep.
Act Blue, and research
That's
to
the
where
word.
all the money goes to, and it all goes to Democratic politicians. Not one
Mhm.
penny is spent, like say in inner cities or at a school, or it's all just a list of all Democratic politicians.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm
Because
not mad at it.
they've conditioned the colored population into impotence. So we think that we're helpless, and therefore we have to beg other people to help us. And that's the sad part. It's the powerlessness that I'm mad about. The fact that people think that we're powerless and they're perpetuating it by going, oh, but the poor brown people. We're like, no, we don't need that. That's not what we need. We don't need that. You know what I mean? That's not helpful. It's condescending. It's condescending to my ability to take care of myself, is what it is. So
I had to fix this. Paul, you got to do the right information. Bill Gates sat on the board and he made the decision to give the vaccine. The Indian government, he was a part of the Indian government when it happened. Let's stop that. Bill Gates is now the #1 funder of the World Health Organization, right? America was #1. Trump took us out of that, but he put us in Gavi Alliance. So that's another whole discussion. But the whole point is that he is the #1 funder. If you bring the funds, you make the decisions. He made the decision. Anybody that takes a shot from him is insane. The man is taking. I told you need to start with black people first. I mean, come on. Where's Black Lives Matter? They need to be right in front of Melinda House.
Healthcare workers and black people, so when everybody gets sick, there's nobody to help you. Like, yeah.
Like it's something about brown skin. They got to start. We got to start with them first. And we got all these people who are brown in the Democratic Party, and they just line it up like it's the Tuskegee experiment. It's going to be a party and some chicken later afterwards, and it's insanity to me. What's wrong with people?
Actually, it's not like the Tuskegee experiment because those people weren't told. They just gave them syphilis against their will.
They were lied to.
There's a lot more fun ways to get syphilis than
Right, they didn't just inject it into their body willingly. Like, what's happening? What are you doing? But I know I get it. It's fear. It's not knowing what disease. It's not knowing it. It's being scared, and just in general, scared of the dark, scared to die, scared of ourselves. You know what I mean? It's just a whole bunch of non-addressed mental hiccups that have not been addressed. They're not being mentally addressed, so they're just lashing out at anything around. Any point of reference will work.
Emotionally manipulated.
Yeah. Right. It's good though, because I don't think they're stupid people. I just think they're ignorant.
But anger makes people act stupid.
This is true.
Yeah.
And true. And so all they need is the information. Like the passion is there. They just need the information, and they got to want to read the information.
Yes, precision of anger. Yes. Their anger is not very well directed. It's very, very. It's like they have bursts of power, but they don't know how to, because it's not precise. It's not aimed anywhere specifically, so it just hits everything around it. Like, you know what I mean?
I was going to say that because focused anger can get things done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Emotional anger, emotional rage. Yeah, you're not accomplishing.
Most of the time, you're just going against yourself.
Right.
Yeah. You just turn it on yourself. It's just
designed that way too.
Because they've been making this system for a very long time. They know exactly what they're doing, and everything is very well orchestrated. They got a plan A, B, C, D. If you keep going down any other avenue other than sovereignty, correcting your status, going back to being a human being, not a commodity, as long as you stick to principles, you'll be okay. But if you're like reacting to what you see on TV, it's 100% guarantee that you're being played.
Yeah, and just not you're not self-aware. You're not aware of what you're doing in the moment. Like I said, and we all have that. Like where we start going down that road, we're like, we're gonna have this big battle, and then we're like, but should we really be doing that though?
Yeah,
like
It's like my brother Paul down. He's like, Paul, just go do the research, man. That's all you got to do. It's a click. It's a few clicks. You can go see the board that Bill Gates was on when they made the decision. He worked with the Indian government. Just go take a look. That's all you got to do. When people care, they'll go research. When they don't care, then they'll just fight things that go against what they don't want.
Energy vampires.
And that's the thing too. At this point, we don't fight by actually going to the government and fighting them in some kind of protest thing or whatever. idea that is. We fight them by organizing, by learning, by starting our own communities, by growing food, by, you know, having fundraisers or something for other people. That's how we fight back. We don't fight back by literally fighting them.
Right.
No.
And they think they should literally go fight them. Like, but you can't do
You
that.
can't do that. You don't have tanks and missiles. You don't have
Well, I mean, they have
prisons.
sound
have
waves and
unlimited
money
resources.
and like
You know,
it's silly to attack that.
They've admitted to us the laser rifles, the death energy weapon from space. They've got the sonic weapons. Can you imagine what they didn't tell us? Like if you,
Weapon.
huh?
So we're gonna love and light our way through those weapons.
Oh, man.
That's
Yeah,
like
sounds-
you don't fight an enemy. You have no damn idea where they are or what
Mhm.
weapons they have. That's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard.
Let alone threaten them online. I'm like, what are you people doing? What are you doing? You're going to put that in print so they can just arrest you at will? What is this stupid shit? It's incredible. It's incredible. People don't even see themselves self-incriminating to their, like, they're doing it to their face. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't understand this.
It is a great time of education where we're all learning your emotions don't actually matter. The only thing matters is you're educating yourself and you making good decisions.
Yeah,
The
instead of
very-
feel the
very-
emotions. We should feel them, but they're not action. They're just they're reactions to action. They're not actually.
Feel them and release them.
Yes,
Right.
there's a way to do emotions correctly. People don't understand there's a wrong way to do something. Like they don't think there's a wrong way to do anything, and there is.
Right.
Like you can, like if you have a shackle on your foot, you can get the key to the shackle, or you can cut off your foot. There's two ways, but you know what I mean? One of them is more helpful than the other. I'm just throwing that out there for you. So.
If the government tells you it's okay to go protest because you got black skin and you ain't gonna get the virus, that like if they literally write laws and you go to protest and somebody's already got some bricks ready for you to go and they got water laid out for you, and it's just at one point in time you should stop and say, wait a minute. What if Joe Biden, the guy who wrote the crime bill, is telling you to get out there and go, if the man who wrote the crime bill that made Black Lives Not Matter is telling you to get out there and go fight, you know, the law that he wrote, you should know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
And
should
Kamala
know
Harris,
that.
the cop that jailed them.
You know what his campaign is? Vote for me so I can retract the law I wrote against you.
Yeah.
Hey, but I ain't gonna get the money back. I'm not giving none of the money back. I'm gonna keep all the. But what it, I like the way somebody else put it. Said that Joe Biden wrote the crime bill, you know, and his running mate Kamala Harris is a dirty cop. Like
And locked
She
them
really
all
like
up. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
and financially benefited from that law. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to win. The DNC loves Trump. As long as they keep Trump in for 4 more years, it means they don't have to change anything if we all don't die.
Yeah.
They
No,
love
they don't
him.
have to do
They
anything.
love him to death. All this is they want to know how stupid you are. That's all it is. They want to know. They need to get a ballot of how done that you'll be out on the street protesting on Saturday, burning down Target, fighting with police, and you're going to vote for the guy who wrote the crime bill and a dirty cop. That's all they want to know. And
the
if they know
census
that you're
is part
not
of that, too.
stupid,
People who take the census, that's an indicator of how stupid you are. They want to see how stupid you are if you actually believe the census is there.
Measuring
hey,
in our compliance.
are we supposed to take the census? Can I take it and get all the answers wrong?
But here's the thing. I mean, when it comes to the nationality thing, all that, that's how they're basing stuff. Is around that thing. They want to see where everybody. That's what for surveillance. That's what that was. They wanted to know who was where and who lived where and what was. That's what that was.
How many are in your house, and then how many is send to get you?
They're slave catchers. The census are slave catchers. That's what they are. That's what they document. So.
And you can lie about it if you want. The drone, I know over here, the drones fly over every night, every single night. There's even a flight pattern. And all they're doing is they're flying by and they're counting heads in the house. They're looking at the cars. They're mapping everything. Everything is data. Everything is information. They know where everybody's at. Yeah. Data is the knowledge is power, and they want all the knowledge. And the very next thing is you go ahead and get cured, and they inject you with them little nanoparticles. They'll have all the information.
That's and then the worst part is, it won't be the cabal that does anything to us. It'll be our friends and family that get themselves and everyone else around. That's what's gonna happen. People
Yeah,
are
well,
worried
that's
about the cabal killing them. It's not gonna be the cabal. It's not gonna be.
no.
They'll set the spark, and we'll do it to ourselves.
Yeah. Well, that's how you know you're doing the right things. I know most of my family had turned me in. Some of my neighbors might. That's how I know I'm on the right path. I know because I mean, think about it. Who were the heroes in World War II? They were the people who were getting turned in. So if you're getting turned in, you're probably on the right side of history. But if
You're on the right side.
you need to understand that your great grandkids going to be burning everything you got. Anytime that somebody asks, "Were you a part of the contact tracers?" Yeah, sexy now. They're going to hate you in the future.
No, because you know what they'll do? They'll change their name like all villains do. Their families. That's what they'll do. The Hitlers didn't go away, guys. They didn't go away. They just changed.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they just changed their name. I know. I was like, suddenly Hitler did not exist anymore after being all of a sudden they're all gone. Yeah.
And everybody disowns villains, like say Austria. That's why they're like, and I can't believe the Germans. No, it wasn't the Germans. Hitler was Austrian, but that was a cute try.
Yeah, it started in Austria, and not a lot of people know that.
Indeed, because they try to disown him. Exactly. Call people over their bullshit. They're lying. There's a trace record. It's just lying. So that's funny.
It's a crazy world. But
it's beautiful.
That's what I was saying. I was saying to Christine, like, I don't know what it is. Like, there's the calm before the storm. Like, you can feel it coming.
Mm-hmm.
And like with the astrology and everything, like, I know a lot of people don't believe in it, but there's no coincidence. There's too much happening right now to be a coincidence. And
actually, you know what? Okay, I will say this and then I'll go. You're right about, and here's why. I don't know why people demolish astrology. I stopped talking shit about astrology the moment I realized that it was quoted by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds.
Yeah.
Astrology.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, millionaires use astrology or astronomy, and billionaires use astrology.
Astrology, yeah.
So
yeah, because they know.
People that run everything are saying that astrology matters. What do you think that means? Okay.
Exactly.
That's what it means. It does mean something. So
it's very simple. You listen to the people who have the access to know. It's like Warren Buffett. They say he's picking up gold like you wouldn't believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why? Because when they revalue these currencies, China's going to put their gold out. Russia's going to drop their draws. America's going to drop their dress. And okay, well, who got the most? Okay, and this is how the currency is going to be valued. America
is going to be disappointing.
They should be following the rich's rule. They should be the rich's rules. Like that's why the rich don't eat GMOs. They don't take vaccines. They don't use pills. They don't do any of that shit. They don't do any of the things they give us. There's a reason they don't. There's a reason for it.
Yeah, they produce the commercials to get you to go do it. But and so
poison.
That's just where we are. Yeah.
Poison in, poison out all day. They love it. Poison is a bigger market than even children are. Poison. They love it. They absolutely love poison.
And they want you to clap for it. They want you to vote for it. They need you to pay for it. They'll subsidize your tax dollars for it. They'll print the money, make your grandkids and your kids and your great-great-grandkids all pay for poisoning you so you can complain for them to go save you. Now come save me. Cure
me. And then they'll give you more poison. We'll go for them from the poisoning, and they'll give us more poison and just keep cycling it over. They love it, darling. They absolutely love it. So people think if they're going to get them with like rage and outrage, I'm like, you don't understand how psychopaths work. These people are manipulative. They will get you. They're going to get you. They really are. If you're just going with blunt force, you're going to be taken down quite easily. So it's a mind game here they're playing. So,
but that's kind of simple. As soon as you know someone's angry, you know you got them.
Exactly.
You know when you got them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's the
like you know you won.
You've already won.
You put that puppet string on, and now you just got to make them dance the way you want to. When you show that emotion, you're owned at that point.
Yep.
It's the best part. It's the best. So that's why the more calm we remain, the stronger we get, the more gentle we'll become, and that's what it will be.
Yeah.
So,
but you accept it, and that's the beautiful thing about spirituality. Is you realize nobody ever dies. You just go over to another dimension, and that's the end of it. Or you're still here, but you don't die. So what's there to fear?
Yeah, exactly.
Do what you're supposed to do. Do the right thing, and don't worry about it. When you're dead, it's just like everyone fears death, but when you're dead, if you're dead and you're truly dead, you won't know. So why you give a damn?
Well,
And,
because
and,
you know,
and why should
we confuse danger with fear, which are not the same thing. So,
Right.
Which
Right.
is why animals are smarter than us, and they're sentient because they don't fear death. They do what they're supposed to do. That
exactly.
little damn
They just take
chihuahua
precaution of danger. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
they know no danger. They do exactly what they're supposed to do.
And none of us actually know what happens after death. So why are we afraid of it?
Right. All we know,
You know what I
the
mean?
only thing we do
How
know is that
do
energy
we know
cannot be
it's
destroyed.
bad? Right.
Yeah. That's the only thing we
You
know is that energy
literally-
can't be destroyed or created. So therefore, there's no reason to be afraid of it. So.
Right.
The moment you die, you might become a gerbil instantly. Like you just might go to a higher species the moment you die. So while everybody's at your funeral, you running around out there looking for some nuts or something. So nobody knows. It's pointless to like argue it, debate it, or anything. To me, it's all fascinating. I love it as a topic, but
Exactly.
like it's not an emotional thing. Like none of this is emotional anymore.
Yeah, because we
Everything
live
is
moment
hidden.
to moment. So now, so we don't focus on the past and we don't fret about the future. We live right now. Here's what we can do right now, and this is what we do. And we just let it. We let things manifest to us. A lot of people think they have to go to a thing to get it, and in fact, they just have to allow it to come to them. It's a receptive issue. It's a law of attraction issue. So it's not the law of assertion; it's the law of attraction. So people are trying to go get happiness. They're trying to go get freedom. We're trying to go get sovereignty. No, they need to let it. They need to be it, manifest it. Live as a mode of operation. That's what it is.
I literally had confirmation of that today. You put it out in the ethos, you call what you need, and it will show up. And sometimes it will show up and give you confirmation that you called for. The world is crazy. We don't know what the hell we are, but we manifest what we want. If you know how to get your intentions right, the things you really believe, whether you believe in this like multi-world theory, which seems to fit in, but there are different pathways. And if you truly believe a thing, you call it, you believe you're going to get it, it literally happens. And that's scripture too. That's the funny part about it, because most of us grew up in church studying it. We just didn't believe it because mostly spirituality is dead in the church. It's just, you know, rituals and taking Jesus and breaking his body and drinking the blood and be eating his body. Like, how can you teach a child that anymore? That's literal cannibalism. It's like a
thanks to the charismatics.
Well, what is it? It's religion is man-made and spirituality is God-made.
Yes.
And in order to find God, you had to stop looking for the one man-made or something like that.
Indeed. Well, people have to realize that all religions have got, because they obviously thought about that too. So what they've done is called the charismatic movements. The charismatic. So infiltrate all religions, make them literal, turn them into literalist propaganda tasks, and therefore self-invalidating them. So everyone who's that kind of religious takes the tomes as literal, as opposed to allegorical, which is how they were written, which is how they've been processed and given through oral, talkings and teachings through thousands of years. It's an allegory. But people were taught or understand allegory, so they take it as literalism. And if you take it as literalism, of course it doesn't make any sense. Of course it doesn't. It's silly and and corruptive. And they know that. They know that. These are false priests and prophets. These are false people doing this on purpose. So, and they know that. They're just hoping you don't find out that that's what they're doing. So that's what it is. People that know their spirituality they're not even common guard. We understand the Christ consciousness is the same as, Muhammad. No, it's all that. It's all the same texts in different places, different people. So
it all probably goes back to some root religion, like those studies in religion. I mean, in language, where they show you that, how to source a language back to one root language. And so, those people came from that culture. They do the same with religion. Like there is some ancient root religion, which goes back predating so the three Abrahamic religions came from Buddhism and Hinduism through the Naga gods and the Sanskrit texts that they stole from India over to Egypt. But that wasn't even the first religion, Hindu and Buddha. They went further back than that. And whatever the word religion is up in the air for me. But there's some ancient truth, and preachers from somewhere else been coming here trying to reaffirm that truth, and we keep worshiping them instead of accepting it for what it is, which is probably just science.
Yeah, this is the recycling of leaders over and over again. We keep thinking we change every millennium. It's like, no, we just keep doing that same cycle again. We just keep switching from like Babylonia to Greece to here to there to, you know what I mean, to France. We just keep replacing that same system over and
Yep.
over and over again. So
Whole
The
shifts
religion
and
started with mushrooms.
yeah, see, indeed.
everything did, didn't it?
2 million
Everything.
years ago. It's all mushrooms.
Yes.
And they will save us too. The plants will save us too. So.
They
Yeah.
talk to you. They just don't talk to you in grunts and silences like we do. Plants are always talking, but you know, are people listening?
Now they are finally, Mother Energy's back. It's so
Yeah.
nice. It
Yes.
really is.
Well, think about that. If you went back 10 years ago, you couldn't have this conversation.
Oh no, we'd all be arrested.
Right. I mean, you couldn't even find that people would have a conversation.
Yeah. So drastic change within that short of time. I mean, you saw what happened during you even warned me, Gerard, when I got that big deluge of people that flooded into my page. People just you just knocked people out for some reason, and it was just hundreds of these people. We're like, where were you people at this whole time? Like, what the fuck was that? It was
out of nowhere.
It was big timing, because right when the lockdown happened, people couldn't deny it anymore. There was no denying. There was nothing to do there. They just had to accept what was happening, and then they just flooded in. It was incredible.
Came out of nowhere. Yep. Well, people are hungry. People are tired and they're hungry. We need to feed them. That's really what it comes down to. But some people are going to wait to the last minute, and those people you can't feed. Like, that's why I like your post on Information Desk, right? It's just like, look, it gets too far to a point where, listen, if you really want to know, go through this door right here. You want to the Bigfoot, that, mermaids, okay, you want aliens, you want to go right over there. What's on the moon? Okay, the structures, okay, the spirits,
Right,
okay,
you got to go through this store and then say this incantation, but then jump over this alligator and go 2 flights down. But you just have to help people get there, and they have to go on their own. That's really what
you gotta go. You gotta go by yourself, and that time is coming to an end. We're getting up to a point where zombies gonna be on the street, man. We don't have time to explain nothing to you. Like, look, you just stand right there. Don't think. Just stand right there.
They already are. All the masked faces just look like zombies to me.
You know, that's why we haven't really done much yet, because we can't until we know what once they do that final clamp, then we'll know what to do from that point, or what the clamp is, because we don't know what the clamp is per se. We have ideas about it, but we don't really know what actually. You know what I mean? We're not going to be able to act until we know what's happening. So, you know what I mean? So
because it's still up in the air. It could be
how to coordinate it after they've clamped. That's really what it is. So
could be the alien invasion. Could be turning everybody into zombies with the cure.
Right. Nuclear. We don't know. We really don't know yet. So
you have no idea. You don't know where you're supposed to be or what you're supposed to do. Just hang on.
That's why I told people not to take action. I was like, what should we do? Should I move? Should I buy a house? And whoa. Don't be making all these huge, whoa. Like,
when in doubt, do nothing.
Yeah, don't do radical changes. Like, you need to contemplate and study and kind of catch up. But no, don't be making radical changes in your life right now. That's too much. That's too. So,
when in doubt, do nothing.
Yeah.
Do something. Read, educate yourself. Turn off Netflix. Do something, but don't do like nothing. Don't run nowhere.
Turn the damn TV off for sure.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed.
definitely.
And get off your ass and move a little, like. Right, I really feel like it's going to come down to like our physical fitness as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, having to go a few days without food, possibly having to walk miles and miles and miles.
You know, a lot of us could use a fasting. A lot of us could use a fasting, I think. So.
Well, have y'all done that? Have you realized?
One thing I've learned.
Have you realized that when you do intermittent fasting, it only sucks at first, right?
Yeah.
The first day sucks. Day 2 isn't so bad. Day 3 isn't bad at all. Now I'm not gonna tell you beyond that because I can.
You know what?
The body adjusts.
But it
So what was
does,
cool,
it's going to cleanse the body a bit for a minute. I'm like,
and you feel better. So the crazy thing though is that it shows you your body is adapted to not eating food all the damn time. We're not
yes,
supposed to be stuffing our face, and so
yes,
your body literally, or I guess it's maybe it's your second gut brain or whatever, but it just basically says, okay, you're not going to eat, so we're not hungry anymore. Okay, that's the end of it.
yeah,
And it goes away. Like your body, it's literally, you're being told by your gut bacteria, your biology to eat food. And once they realize you're not going to eat, they just turn it off. Because you figure we went for like weeks without food in the ancient past. You couldn't go around struggling and hungry and stomach growling. No, your body shuts it off. Like, okay, we're not going to eat. Well, we start reharvesting our white blood cells. So the next time the cuckoo virus comes around, we can make white blood cells to actually go after that. And that's one of the things you can get from PubMed. It tells you intermittent fasting boosts your immune system.
it does. Our body's a self-renewal mechanism. It's incredible. It's really cool. We underestimate how well our body heals itself. It's incredible.
I got well, I've been watching Forage for a couple years now because in history, even if it was a comet, hunter-gatherers were the ones that survived. So, so I'm going to be a hunter-gatherer. But I got this book called The Lost Ways. So I just want to recommend it because it is like a wealth of information on plants, like that you don't even know growing around. But like I was like, I've seen that before, So, and it tells you how to harvest it, what it's used for, how to dry it out. It comes up on Facebook all the time, but it's called The Lost Ways.
I'm surprised because I'm surprised it's not banned for being dangerous. Because it's not
I think I'm going to order that today. Actually, I've been telling myself I'm going to order it, and I haven't done it yet. But also, I'd highly.
I gotta go too, actually.
Okay.
Right. That's about it. Well, we are about to wrap up.
Yeah, we did. We did a long one. I'm glad I got to go back twice. So that's
fun. I've been here forever. I'm starving. I've got intermittent fasting. It's been like 15 hours since I ate.
Well, you forget about it. No, we do. Like, to me, it's fun. Like, just have a panel and random people come in, and some people want to show their face. Others are scared to show their face. Come in, say what you got to say, jump in, jump out, whatever. But, kind of like, we need more people talking. You can't have 5 live streamers or 10 live streamers. You need to have everybody speaking their truth of what they see.
Well, they still can.
Right. And it's okay to be wrong. You jump on camera, say something stupid. I do it every morning. Say something stupid, learn, change your behavior, and keep moving. But so this is just a thing that we're trying to do, start the panels. I think Harsh is using Zoom.
Yeah.
Somebody else, I think it's Skype or something, has a facility for it. But just a random panel, random discussion, walk through it. Okay, we're done. But the more people who do it, the less all of their shadow banning and all the deletions and all that crap, the less of that affects anybody, because there's always somebody out there telling you what's true.
And then we can coordinate with different people's channels and people they don't know, and we're always upping our audience base by doing this. So that's why it was stopped in the first place. So this is a great way to circumvent that again. That's a great way to do that. So,
but feeding people back and forth.
Plus, we all have different talents. Like I was saying about like our individuality, it's important. We each have a unique purpose. Like Ty is great at the law and knowing the law and stuff. IT, I know foraging. Christ knows the Hermetica. Like all of us getting together, that is a big change. That is a big movement. And without fighting, we don't have to do anything but talk to each other.
That's the
thing. I'll say what I got from both of you. Ty, I'm trying to think. The greatest thing that Ty taught me is to not give a damn. I swear, I would still be broken. I would be broken. I gave too much of a damn, and I needed to learn how to let go. You got to let go and let people be people. Let them learn in their own time. If you care too damn much, you're going to get dragged down in a negative energy.
Yeah.
I got that nugget from you, and what I got from Susan is I got to get my butt out there foraging. I got to get my butt out there. I got to get out there. I have to start learning how to collect, what to collect, where to collect it. And she's out there doing it all the time. And like, these are very simple things. And this is why we never should have stopped talking, right? This this starting to talk with people you work with and the people you live around, that's dumb. You want to go to people who are actually making you a smarter, wiser, and better person. So I appreciate both of you.
Oh, yeah, we love
both.
you, Gerard. You're great.
Oh, we love you,
Don't ever
Gerard.
stop. Don't all you know. It's funny, and then we get into disagreements, and people watching like, "Oh, they hate each other now." It's like, no, that's not how that works. I'm being stupid. It's going to take me 2 or 3 days to process what Ty told me. Give me some time.
And you know, and we're like, and it's like what they used to do at old English dinners when we would all sit down and guests would be at the dinner and everyone would have their discussion and there'd be awkward, you know, conversations. And you have to sit there and just enjoy the conversation with people. It wasn't like a personal thing. It's just people have differences of opinion and you have to be able to sit there and have a dialectic with people. You know, that's just what it is. And so most people get over their fights too. We just have disagreements and then we just drop it and move on. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, did we have a fight? What were we fighting about? I don't remember. Oh, Gerard, that was the time you said you was going to eat that mushroom in your garden. You ate it. You got sick. You threw your guts up and you learned, didn't you? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do remember that. I did learn. Okay. And it's something when you keep it moving.
Yeah.
Plus, if you really care about somebody, you call them on their bullshit. You don't let them. Yeah, you know, you don't have to be. You know, but you confront them and say, "Hey, you're screwing up right now." You know what I mean? You don't.
Why would you lie to your friends? You're gonna lie to your friends?
Right.
Like, why'd you do that? I would do that.
Right.
I'll tell them how they look too. I'm like, honey, your hair is terrible. Like, I'll tell them if they look bad. I'm not gonna let them just go on camera looking terrible, darling. I can't do it. I just can't allow it to happen.
If you love people, you will tell them the ugly truth. You will not let them go out in the world on no ignorance. That's what we used to do, and that's what we got to get back to doing.
And that's why we got this decision, because we let people be ignorant, and then we made ourselves culpable and accomplices in that crime. So,
absolutely.
That's what happened.
Kia, here, all you do is say that you want to come on, and I'll send you the link. You can jump right in. You can be on camera, not be on camera. And
I'll get Hunter to do it too. I'll bring Hunter on. He doesn't he doesn't get to do other kinds of
Oh, please! I want to be with Hunter.
Yeah, it'll be fun. He'll love
Hunter,
that. He'll love that.
I know. I love Hunter so much.
So are you doing this? Are you doing this the rest of the week, or how long you just doing it until you can't do it?
Well, you know what? It's up to the people. As long as people are showing up, we're having fun. We got something to talk about. I'm good to go. If I got to increase my yeah, I mean, you know, we'll keep it going. But yeah, we pretty much did this all week where I think the longest one was like 4 or 5 hours. People just kept jumping in, jumping out. I learned about pregnancy and labor yesterday. I was like, oh my God, the sisters taught me that King Henry makes women have birth laying on their back, and it's unnatural. That all the other animals that are like us are supposed to have birth in any other way, standing up, kneeling over. But because King Henry was a freak and because he wanted to see his new offborns coming out, and that when you do that, you have to push the baby, I guess, over the cervix or something. Something.
Well, because gravity would normally pull it down.
Help pull it out.
Yeah.
Right. Would pull out. And so they say, I mean, not that there's no pain in natural childbirth, but that there's less pain. And then we drug women up for this like weird process that some women pretty much call rape. Blows my mind. It blows my mind. And then, of course, Rockefeller Medicine's going to keep it going because they like pain. They like procedures. They can sell drugs. They love expensive, ridiculous things that don't make any damn sense. But it was awesome. You just put people on camera, and as long as you don't abuse people, they'll teach you.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's exactly what we're going to keep doing it. I'm a fan. I'll definitely be back then. So I got to go do Danielle's now. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate you.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you, Ty. Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you, Ty.
All right. So
I've been here for hours. Yeah, I know.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
I wake up at 3 a.m. for slavery. I'm starving.
Oh, tomorrow morning?
No, I woke up this morning at 3 a.m.
this morning. Okay.
And I worked and I haven't eaten yet. Well, I had blueberries. I love blueberries.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's okay. It's unprecedented times, man. It's unprecedented times. It's okay. We can do unprecedented things and I was up at like 5. I was up doing my meditation this morning. Sometimes I meditate to like Aboriginal music. This morning I did it to what did I meditate to this morning? I was like monks doing like I love meditation. It's weird and I can't explain it, which is why I don't want to talk about it right now. This is the first time that I've ever really been consistent at it every single morning. But you get so much from it. It's hard to explain. The only thing I can say is when you like really get into meditation and still don't even know what you're doing, because I don't even know what I'm doing, Susan, you don't want to stop. You don't want to stop. I'll be there for an hour or more, and I don't want to stop. Like I don't want to call them downloads, but there's a lot to it. So anyway, I'm not going to hold you any longer. I appreciate
yeah, you know, that kind of stuff's on my thing. So I'll be on here for another 5 hours. So another time.
All right,
we have to do one about mushrooms. I really think people.
Don't you start with me. Don't even
they
know.
Also,
stop. No,
they also
stop,
like powdered form, and it's really good for you.
Until you follow through, woman, you owe me like 5 live streams. 5 of them.
I know.
5 of them. So I don't.
Hey, I'm getting over my shyness. I'm getting there.
You did good today. You did fantastic today. I was impressed. Very proud of you. You know what? And I was proud of Christ too. Christ laid down. She picked up her burden and laid down her cross, and she decided to come in life. It was weird though. It's weird. You know somebody for years, and then you see him moving. It was weird. It was like watching an alien or something. Like, is that Christ? Or is that an alien?
That's what I told her. I said, if I can get over it and get on here, you can get over it and get on here.
Everybody can. It's no big deal. You're literally just having a conversation. That's all.
Yeah. I think it's really important for all of us to share what we know, because we all know something different.
It's very important. We all need each other. We all survive by each other. And until you really start to share your stories with people, no one can benefit from them. You know, so even when the sisters come on here and they start breaking down crying and they start talking about like the abuse they've been through, it's so important. It's so important for men to hear that. Men need to hear the real things that they don't know. Because sometimes people take ignorant positions because they're not educated. Like, not every man is stupid. Most men are just ignorant. But, you know, women really should think about telling more of their stories, which is very hard to tell. But if I understand my sisters right, there is a releasing in that pain. There's a releasing and starting to let that story out. But you help other people. You know, we need to know what we need to be behind. We need to know what we need to support. So, all right. You got any last words for the people?
Yeah, just be happy, be calm, love everybody. Just be human and treat each other like humans.
That's it. All right. From Susan Jewell's lips to your ears, this is Gerard. We are out of here. Another 20-hour broadcast.
I know. Have a
wonderful weekend, Susan. Everybody else have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for joining.
All right.